Hello, Epicweavers! It is at that time again that the Epicweavers are going to continue on their adventure. The band of adventurers, this one would say monstrous band of adventurers, as we have a bugbear, a goblin, and a satyr amongst the Azamar and the half elf in the party. So we are going to get started here, and let me bring in our band of adventurers. Here we go. Everybody, welcome to the stream. It is episode 2. No one knows what the title of this episode is yet. We shall find that out during our roleplay session tonight. How's everybody doing? Oh my God. Where's the energy? There's no energy in this party. Yes, I wanted to hear like noisemakers like it was New Year's go off. All right. Yep. I don't. For some reason, I don't believe you. Excellent. So, when we last left off, you guys were hired by a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker, and he had hired you to take a wagon full of provisions to a rough and tumble town of Phandelver. You guys took the job. You were promised 10 gold pieces apiece once the wagon load was delivered to Phandelver. You guys set out from the city of Neverwinter, and your travel was quiet until you turned onto the Tribor Trail. And very soon after traveling down the Tribor Trail, you ran across a set of dead horses with arrows with black feathers sticking out of them. You guys very quickly identified which side of the path was the fancy side and which was the non-fancy side, and dispatched a group of goblins that were waiting in ambush to kill you. Following the trail, well, first of all, you guys noticed that you recognized these horses as the bugbear of the party started to cut and quarter them up for food. These were the horses of none other than Gundren Rockseeker and his human companion, Sildar Hallwinter. You followed the goblin trail north into the woods, and after about 5 miles, you came across a cave. As you entered this cave, a couple goblins came out to protect their den, as it were. You quickly dispatched those. I believe that Brevrak, the bugbear, flayed one all over Shiva, the satyr, and she was a bit messy after the battle. After some careful negotiations with the goblins dwelling inside and some persuasion of the bugbear leader, a fight ensued, but not a fight of normalcy. It wasn't you versus them. It was them versus you versus them versus them. It was crazy. Anyways, you were successful. You then found a bunch of provisions that have been ambushed and taken off the road here in this cave. You also found the human Sildar Hallwinter and rescued him. You very timidly, I shouldn't say timidly, but you have very tentatively tamed the wolf that you know his name is Ripper, as it was the bugbears, the bugbear leader of this tribe. It was his pet, and he seems to be obeying you, but only a little bit. You also have a goblin captive in manacles that you have left alive, and you guys rested there for the night, and that is where we pick up our adventure, as it is early morning, and you guys, it is early morning as the sun starts to rise, and you guys awaken with no unexpected things happening last night. You guys have awoken, and you feel the effects of a long rest, but not only that, but you feel you have gained new abilities as you have increased to 2nd level. Um, that is where we pick up.
Where have we stashed our captive?
Your captive is probably. I don't know. Would you guys have brought him into your little room here to keep an eye on him?
Yes.
Okay, then he is in your room in here, um, and you guys all decided to sleep in here. So, Xander, as you awaken, you stir up, and everybody stirs up. You see Sildar kind of motion to you to come over and sit next to him.
Okay. I'll go chat with him.
In a hushed voice, you can tell he's trying to not talk loud enough for everyone to hear. He kind of whispers to you and says, I know that Gundren is very trusting of any adventurers that he can find. But this band kind of worries me. You have a bugbear, a goblin, and a satyr in your midst. Do you trust all of your party?
Oh, absolutely. This is a very trustworthy party. They would never try to steal silver from anyone. Uh, we're all friends.
I have my doubts when we get to Phandelver that the town will be welcoming to the bugbear and the goblin. I'm not so sure about the satyr either. Most people, when they encounter a creature such as a satyr, they always know that mischief is to follow.
Oh, I would understand their concerns. You know this village, this town well?
Yes, I've visited a couple of times. You see, I'm a member of an organization that tries to protect those that need protected, and I'm kind of in charge of these parts. And Phandelver is under my charge to make sure that it gets back up on its feet.
Well, that's perfect. You could vouch for us.
Well, you did save my life, and you do seem to be on the up and up. And if Gundren trusts you, and all of this party that he's hired, I suppose I can trust you as well.
Perfect. I say trust those instincts.
Yes, I am worried for my friend Gundren. I overheard them talking that they had taken him and some map of some importance. Gundren did not share with me what this map was, but they have taken him to a place that they called Cragmaw Castle. I do not know the location of this place, but when we get to Phandelver, I intend to do some research to try to find it. I know that Gundren, being a friend of mine, I worry for his life.
I'm sure. Well, we do have two goblins in our midst. Perhaps we could ask them both if they've heard of such a place.
Yes, that is a very smart idea. I think I will enjoy my breakfast a little easier now that we've had our chat.
Of course. Let me go over to my friend Boot and, what was this place again?
The name of the place is Cragmaw Castle, I believe is what they called it.
Let me invite him over and see if he knows. Hey, Boot, would you come join us?
I saunter over.
Boop, have you ever heard of a place called Chronomena Castle?
Chronomena?
Cragmaw Castle.
Oh, my apologies. Cragmaw Castle.
Yes.
I've heard of both of them. I'm the boop.
Oh, excellent. Do you know their location?
Definitely on the fancy side.
On the, he looks puzzled as he looks at you, and he says, "The fancy side."
Perhaps we'll have better luck with the other goblin.
Yes, maybe so. Uh, maybe your goblin friend could persuade him to divulge that information.
It's worth a chance. Boop. This other goblin.
Wait, am I your friend?
Of course you're my friend, Boop.
You see
Flex
surprise.
ballad.
You see surprise come over Boop's face, and excitement and joy.
Now, my friend, let's go talk to this this other goblin over here.
Uh-huh.
Let's see if you can
Uh-huh.
converse with him in your goblin ways. If he has any more information on this Cridolmore Manor. What was it again?
Kragma?
Oh yes, that one.
Or the other one?
The first one. Yeah, I think the first one.
Okay. He speaks common. Why do we want to talk in Goblin?
Well, he might be more comfortable around someone of his own kind.
Okay, let's go.
All
Wait,
right,
you
let's
stay
do it.
here. No, you come. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Are we worried about his comfort? Should we untie him?
Well,
No,
he's
no,
currently has his hands manacled behind his back,
Yeah.
as he's leaning up against one of the more pointy rocks that you guys set him down next to.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
So aren't you lucky?
I wouldn't call this luck. I mean, my wrists hurt.
Yeah, we can fix that, but we gotta know where's the Kragma castle.
Ooh, the castle. It's in the woods.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Nah, keep going.
I never been to the castle. I was not important enough to go. But I know it's in the woods.
And you know which trail it goes there, right?
I've not been there, so I don't know the trail. I
Oh.
know it's farther that way, like back to the trail and then towards Phandelver, but I'm not for sure where exactly it is. But I'm sure if you go down the trail for a little ways and then just go into the woods, you'll eventually find it. There's got to be an easy goblin trail to find.
All right. I switch over to Goblin talk.
Okay.
I say, listen, you need to tell us something so I can get you out of here. Otherwise, these guys, they're crazy.
He says, you'd let me go free if I tell you where the. If I tell you, you'll let me go free. You promise? Goblin promise? 3-finger goblin promise?
Currently, you have me at 2 fingers, but if you can get me to that 3rd finger, we definitely have a 3rd finger promise.
Well,
Like, you might have to take us to the trail, and then we let you go.
but once I get to the trail
Mm-hmm.
and I put you on the trail, you let me go.
As long as you Goblin 3-finger promise that it's the right trail.
I goblin 3-finger promise. Do you goblin 3-finger promise?
Yes, I Goblin 3-finger promise.
I goblin 3-finger promise. Yes, I will take you to trail that takes you to Crackball. But you have to let me go, and you have to give me breakfast.
Yeah, okay.
Revrak, you hear and understand this whole conversation.
I'm not adding in anything. I'm just
Okay.
listening.
Sure. I don't think anybody. Does anybody else speak Goblin?
Nope.
I think it's just the two of us.
Yep, I
Yeah,
think
I
it's just
think
you two. You two monstrous humanoids that you are. So he says, I can take you to trail. Sure.
All right. So I switch back to common and I tell the group, he's going to take us to the trail that leads us to the castle. And then we're going to let him go.
We're gonna let him go.
It's a good trade.
Yeah, because I don't really have to. I don't feel like having to watch over somebody. So I think it's a great idea.
Sildar looks at you and he says, I believe that Gundren's life could be in danger if we don't get there in time. One goblin can't do much mischief, especially if we leave him unarmed in the wilderness. He might
With
eventually
breakfast.
find... Yeah, and breakfast, apparently. It's part of the deal. As you...
Makes sense.
Yes.
Well, I don't want to go back on our word, but I would like to keep him shackled as he is until then.
Yeah, we didn't promise otherwise.
Then I shall go with what you promised him, Boop.
Xander, I'm very sad, but your voice is not reaching my ears.
So, do you have her turned down?
I didn't know.
If you if you look over her camera in her top right hand corner, there's 3 buttons. If you highlight over those 3 buttons, it'll have a microphone. Is it all the way to the right? Is it slid all the way to the right?
I don't have that showing, but it was originally, and it was all the way to the right. And now, for some reason, it's not showing.
Did you mute her?
No, it says that I can click on it to mute her.
Well, why don't you click on it to mute her, and then Xander unmute when you see that. Yeah, and then unmute yourself, Xander.
How about now?
Mm-mm.
No.
But yeah, for some reason, everybody else has a volume, and Xander originally has a volume and now does not.
Okay.
How about now?
It's just for her. Why don't we do this?
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. It's fine. Technical difficulties happen. Why don't you, Xander? Why don't you leave and come back?
Okay. How about now?
I can hear you. Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Oh,
How
now my
weird.
day is complete. I'm so happy.
All right. So give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna have to rearrange the cameras. Yes, because now Xander is Boop and Boop is Brevrak. And... All
I'll be
right.
Boop.
Well, now we can say it's a good morning.
Yes. All right, so that did not take very long at all. Perfect. All right, so you guys also went and got your wagon, and there's a bunch of provisions here to load up into the wagon. So you have a choice. The goblin has told you that the path to Cragmaw Castle is back towards Phandelver, but not all the way to Phandelver when you go into the woods. I guess the question is, do you want to go to Cragmaw Castle or do you want to go to Phandelver?
Speaking to the party, as Xander, we did promise, what's his face? We would deliver him to Phandelver, so let's do that first and get paid, and then we
Yeah.
can see about this trail.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Well, if we're going on all the way over there, we're going to be passing the path, right? So he can show us on the way.
It's a good idea.
That way we can get rid of the wagon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we should do that.
Okay. So do you guys want to load all the provisions up here? Because if you remember, you guys found, while you were here, you found provisions that belonged to, I'm sorry.
Blue.
Let's see if Xander's about to earn inspiration with notes taking.
Oh
blue-
no,
blue
I
what?
did write it down.
Oh, no.
I did write it down, I promise.
Does anyone remember who the
Blue Line
supplies-
Merchant Supplies.
Yes. The Blue Lion. It was a Blue Lion symbol of the Lion Shield Coaster, a merchant company that has a warehouse and a trading post in Phandelver. Close enough, Xander. You are awarded inspiration.
Yay!
There is. We have sound effects for that. All right, excellent. So if you guys want to load that up, it will take most of the morning to do that after you eat your breakfast, and you can load the wagon up
Okay.
with all of these, with all of the supplies and different things. You guys also took. Let me refresh my memory here. The supplies. Piles and sacks and crates provide creatures hiding behind them. Most are marked with the image of a blue lion, the symbol of the Lion Shield Coaster, a merchant company and warehouse and trading post in Phandelver. And then you guys, hidden amongst the treasure, you guys found a couple of different things. You found a chest that had the copper, that had the silver that someone tried to take, the 2 potions of healing, and the jade statuette of a frog with a tiny golden orbs for eyes.
No, we didn't.
Oh, no, you didn't. Xander found them.
Nobody saw that.
Nobody saw that. That's right. All right. And then you guys head out. I'm going to share a map with you guys. As we will take that map away. And I'm going to share a map here. You guys are currently... well, here, let me make a... Let's remove that, and let's make a circle. So, the cave you guys are in is currently there. It's currently there, and so you guys head back. It's 5 miles back to the trail, and then you guys are going to head to Phandelver, and you head down the Tribor Trail to here, where you see a sign in the road that points to the right, and it says Phandelver. And then as it keeps pointing the other way, it says the next town that's labeled is Connieberry. Is the next town that's down the Tribor Trail. There's no kind of indication on how far they are. It's just the name of the settlement.
Guys, I don't know where we are. I can't see.
Leandri, what are you doing with Ripper?
Do we want to take him with us?
If you feel like you
say
can
try.
control him.
Oh, there was those 2 other wolves in the cave as well.
There was 3 of them that were.
There's
Oh shit, there's 3.
3 that are chained up in the cave.
I mean, if you feel like you can control it, but we're going to a city, right?
Well, it's this town is kind of like it used to be a thriving like trading center, but it was overran by orcs a couple hundred years ago, and so people are just now starting to resettle. They're just now starting to resettle the settlement.
Oh, there's not a lot of people there. That's okay. Just take him.
Yeah, it's kind of a think of it like an old western out on the prairie type town. There's not a lot going on. It's just kind of up and coming.
It's not a big deal if he goes crazy then.
Do you want to try to coerce the wolf to follow you?
Yep.
Okay, so what do you do?
I'm gonna say Ripper follow.
Okay, make me an animal handling check. As he is eating on whatever he's eating on, you tell him that, and he just kind of looks up at you and then goes back to what he was doing and pays no attention to you.
Can I try again?
You sure can.
Okay.
If you want to poke the bear, that's fine.
Okay.
You poke the bear, and Ripper starts to growl at you, and he snips at you, and he bites at you,
Oh no.
Landry, and he misses you. It doesn't look like his whole heart was in it as he growls at you and snaps and tries to bite you, and he kind of looks protective over his food.
Go ahead, try again.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Well,
try one more.
Leandro, there are 3 other wolves. Why don't we see if they're friendlier?
You know what? Put on what was his name's clothes. Was he wearing anything?
Oh.
There
Wait.
you go.
In
What?
Goblin, in Goblin, I'm gonna say, "Bad Ripper, I am boss now," and I'm gonna point to the Goblin manticles. He is boss while I'm gone, but he needs to feed you. If he don't, you eat him.
Are you not taking the goblin with you?
Yeah, we're taking the
Yeah,
Well,
goblin.
no, we are, but he'll come back eventually.
Okay. All right. Make me an animal handling check. You can tell that the wolf is reacting more to your inflections and your emotion than your words. As he like growls and looks at her, he just kind of like bites the meat that he's kind of chewing on and kind of picks it up and kind of walks away, like backs away off into a corner and then sits down and then starts to eat, watching you guys. But he does not try to attack you any further.
All right, you got 3 more chances with the wolves in the front of the cave if you want to try.
I don't know if I can get those ones off you.
Oh, yeah, and they're chained, so I feel like they're not trained wolves.
We have to unchain them. They're gonna die if we just leave them there.
No, because we're going to tell this goblin that this is Beverick's cave now and that he's the boss. But while we're gone, this goblin is going to be the boss, and he has to feed the wolves while we're gone.
Are you going to?
We're looking at the goblin.
Goblin? I don't know your name.
He's you. Well, you not asking my name.
What's
Tell
your
name.
My name is, well, they call me 3-Finger Roy.
Oh no! What is the?
That's what they call me. That's what they call me. Yep,
Oh.
3-Finger Roy.
Hi, 3-Finger Roy.
Mhm.
Are you gonna take care of the wolves when you come back here?
Do I get to cave? Cave my hideout now?
I
Yeah, you're
see
the
no
boss
problem with that.
until Beverick comes back, and then you're second boss to Beverick.
Okay. Beverick is, and he points to the bugbear. Beverick is
Mhm.
boss.
Yeah, but we're leaving, so you have to be boss while we're gone.
I could do, but boss do whatever. Boss can do whatever he wants until a new boss come back.
We want you to take care of the wolves. But otherwise, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I can do that.
I want to come back in a week and see what he's done.
But
Shiva,
hey,
go ask him for 3 fingers.
we I need 3-finger promise from everyone. He
Alright.
like turns his back with like his hands that are manacled, and he holds out his 3 fingers, and he says, 3-finger promise. Everyone has to promise.
All right. 3 fingers.
3 fingers.
3 fingers.
3
3
fingers.
fingers.
Brevrak, do you 3-finger promise? You do?
3
Okay.
fingers.
Okay. Interesting enough. He says, okay, we have deal. We have deal. I stay here, feed wolves, keep wolves clean until you return.
You have to show us the path first and then come back here.
Show you this deal's
Yeah.
getting worse all the time.
No, that was the first deal.
I know
This
that
is
was
a
for
new
sure.
deal.
That was a deal with you though. Like,
Yeah.
I thought we were changing the deal.
No, you have a deal with Shiva.
You 3-fingered me. You can't take it back.
You're right. You're right. 3-finger promise is 3-finger promise. I have to keep that. Okay. So, me show you the trail, and then me come back and take care of wolves
Mm-hmm.
until Big Boss come back.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, it's 3-finger Roy's place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're the boss.
Excellent, me boss. I accept these terms. And you see him like laugh, like he feels like he's getting the best of the deal. He's like, I'm gonna be boss. They don't know. Be so smart.
All right.
Okay, so are you guys ready to head out from the cave?
Yeah, we didn't see the
Yes.
map you were talking about, though.
Oh.
Yeah, it didn't come up.
I will share that again.
There it goes.
Everybody on the stream saw the map. So the circle is where you guys are, and then you have to head back to the trail, and then here I'm just gonna clear these pointers, and then make a little pointer here. This is kind of where you guys are, north of the Tribor Trail. The dotted lines are the Tribor Trail. As you can see, it's labeled up just a little bit further. So if you guys head out, you make it back to the trail without incident, and then heading down the trail, you make it to the signpost. And Roy says, path just up ahead. And he points straight as the road turns right towards Phandelver. So you guys have made it you guys are right here. And he's indicating that the trail is up the road, up the Tribor Trail a little bit farther, then turning into Phandelver.
Okay.
Oh. I
So
thought he
it's
said it was
not
before Phandelver.
He says, well, you went trail. I go through the woods.
Okay, but we'll clearly see it off of this. This
It's just
big
up here.
trail
I can
right?
show you where it's at. It's just
Okay.
down the road a little bit.
How far down the road,
Just a wee bit.
Mr. Roy? What's a wee bit?
Well, it's a little more than a skosh, but not as far as a long distance.
Is it as far as I can throw you?
Well, I don't know. How strong are you?
Not very.
Then it's farther than you can throw me. Pretty sure.
What about me?
Me don't think you can throw me that far. It's over that hill.
Can we see the hill?
Yeah, it's, maybe a half mile up the road.
Okay, Sir Roy, how far past that hill?
Is it a skosh?
No, it's a little more than a skosh. It's a little bit. A little bit. Maybe take on with the wagon. I say take a little bit. You can tell that he doesn't really know distances or time very well.
Let's just take the wagon to find the path, and then we can let him go.
Okay.
Let me go back to be boss.
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
Yes.
And feed the wolves.
Yeah, well, boss has to do things, take care of his people.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, so he heads up the road, and it's about each one of these hexes is 5 miles, so it's about 5 miles down the road. He gets to here, and he says, "Here's the path. This take you to Cragmaw Castle. Take this into the woods, and then once you enter the woods, go straight north. Goblin Trail, easy to find. Take you right there. Let me go now."
Okay, Boop. Can you follow
Can I
it?
roll?
Okay.
Can I roll insight on him?
Yeah, you can.
I would like to.
He is telling you the truth.
Okay.
You don't. He does not seem to be up to any trickery of any sort, and he seems very excited that he gets to be the boss. Very excited about that.
All right, so let's just run up to the actual path to make sure we find it, and then we'll go to Phandelver.
Okay. Do you want me to wait here with the cart?
Do you know how to drive it?
Yeah, I was pretty good the other day, wasn't I?
No.
All right. Maybe I'm not the best choice then.
All right, so I'll follow his directions, and I'll just start walking over there.
I will follow Boop.
I'm staying with the cart.
Okay. Do you? My question is, do you unmanacle him?
Not yet, no.
Not until we actually get on the trail.
You on the trail. Trail's right here. This trail will take you all the way to Cragmaw. It'll take you to woods. In the woods, you find trail, take you to Cragmaw. Three-finger promised.
No, but this is not the trail. Until we get it to the woods and get on that trail, that's the trail.
I see. You're being tricksy.
No.
And you three-finger promised me
Right.
that
And this is
you would
not
let me
the
go.
trail. This is not the Goblin Trail. That's what I wanted. Goblin Trail.
Okay. Okay. I'll take you to the woods,
Yeah.
but you promise, three-finger promise, you'll take the manacles off when we get to the woods.
We're going to go to the woods, find the trail, come back here, then we take off the manacles because Beverick's got the key.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes lots of sense.
Well, see? Look at how smart you are.
You can't take the manacles off because you need the key, and boss have key. Of course,
Yeah.
of course, the boss have key because
Right?
he's the boss. Why would he
I
not
knew
have
you
the
were a
key?
smart goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, follow me.
Let's go.
So Xander, you, Boop, and Roy head off north, and you follow the trail. It takes you. It's about 6 miles through the grasslands until you hit to the woods. And Boop say, "See, Goblin Trail." Roll perception or survival or investigation. All right, 13. Oh, natural 20. So, Boop, you notice that there are definitely goblinoid footprints here, and this is definitely a goblin path. And it's very easy for you to follow into the woods.
Okay, good job. Let's go.
All right. See, Roy always keep his three-finger promises.
Mm-hmm. Good job, Roy.
Yes. Yes. Well, I've got to be good job. I'm boss now. Because I showed you Cragmaw. Now I'm boss.
Yeah.
Yep. So you guys that are back at the wagon, it takes about 2 hours for the group that has separated from you to leave and get back to the wagon. Um, okay. No, random roll for no reason. Random roll for no reason. Um,
Hmm.
you never know when, something might swoop down and eat one of you. Um, and you guys get back without incident. Um, as they get close, Revrak, you see Roy kind of like running up, well, going as fast as he dares to go without his arms out to catch him, and he says, "Revrak, me boss now. Me show him what they need. You need to unlock me."
All right, go on, Brevrak.
All right, I'll go and take the manticles off of him.
Oh, this feels so good. Oh, now me boss.
Only when I'm not around,
Yes.
which will be right now if you go back to the cave.
Yes. But I'm supposed to feed the wolves. I have no food. You're gonna have to give me food. I see there's food, all kinds of food on wagon. Can you give me some food to take to wolves?
Well, Sir Roy, there are some goblin bodies in the cave right now. Would that
Oh,
be enough to feed the
no.
wolves?
Wolves don't
Uh,
like
I'll-
goblins.
I'll give him a few parts of the horse.
Oh, excellent. So like you take like 1/4 here and 1/4 here, and it's like a small hunk because he's a goblin, right?
Yeah.
So maybe 5 to 10 pounds on each shoulder, and he very happily starts to head down the trail, and he starts whistling. The boss, I'm the boss of the cave. It's Roy's hideout. Roy's got a hideout. And then he like disappears into the tall grass. But you can still hear him singing. He is very happy with himself. Yeah.
All right, so I saw lots of goblin footprints over there, so he's definitely telling the truth.
Sildar
Okay,
says.
good.
Sildar looks at you and he says, "We should make haste to Phandelver. I don't think we could get to Phandelver and then to this castle before nightfall. If we press hard and spend no time in Phandelver, we could probably get there just as night is falling. Do any of you have any issues seeing in the darkness?"
No.
No.
Mm,
Everyone in this party is perfectly fine and seeing in the dark.
Well, I can't really see, but I
You
have
have candles.
I have two wonderful guides that guided me last time,
You have candles,
and I do have candles.
so you can see.
Yes.
I thought those was for a romantic night, though.
I'm definitely, even with my armor and weapons and the night rest, I'm still not in fighting form. Let us go to Phandelver, and I would appreciate it if you could embark to the castle this evening. Getting there, I think time is of the utmost importance if we are going to save Gundren's life.
Well, we appreciate coins.
Yes, I have more than enough coins for you back in Phandelver.
Oh.
And I'm sure
Alright.
Gundren will reward you handsomely if you are to rescue him and save him.
All right, Brevrak, get these guys on the go. What do you do? Teach me. Like, do I pet their bums? Come on.
All right. So if you look down, you'll see this lever that I'm sitting beside.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta pull it so it unlocks so that the cart will start moving,
Okay.
and then you just entice the two bison to start moving.
By patting their bums. Come on.
If that is how you wish to entice them, sure.
Let's go. Look, I'm learning, guys. I'm getting good.
As you pat them on their bums, they start to move the wagon. They start to pull the wagon a little bit. Revrak releases the lever, and the cart starts to move. I take it you're
I'm
still
doing it.
I take it you're still steering the wagon, Revrak?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you turn your cart around in a nice little spot, and you head back to where the sign points to Phandelver, and you guys head down the path. You arrive into Phandelver. The rutted track emerges from the wooden hillside, and you catch your first glimpse of Phandelver. The town consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings, some built on old fieldstone foundations. More old ruins crumbling stone walls covered in ivy and briars surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Most of the newer buildings are set on the sides of a cart track, which widens to a muddy main street of sorts as it climbs towards the ruined manor house on the hillside at the east side of the town. As you approach, you see children playing on the town green, and the townsfolk tending to chores and running errands at shops. Many people look up at you as you approach, and some of them return to their business as you go by. Others look at you in horror as they see a bugbear, a goblin, and a satyr on this wagon with this human, half-elf, and Azamar.
I'm winking and pointing and waving.
You see like some of the people like grab their kids and kind of pull them tight as they don't understand what is happening. And you see Sildar kind of motioning with his hand. He says, "It is all right. They are friends of this settlement. They are friends. They are not enemies." He says to more than one of them. He says, as you guys enter town, he says, "My friends, thank you for delivering me safely to Phandelver. Let us head to the inn. I need to secure lodgings for myself this eve and to get you your payment. But first, we should drop the wagon load of provisions off at Barthen's Provisions."
Okay, which way is that? Let me steer the horses. Come on. Which way?
You pat their butt, and they just seem to keep going forward. And you're amazed as they are going right where you need them to go, almost as if someone else is pushing them in the direction they need to go or steering them in the direction that they need to go. Dun-dun. All right. So this is the town of Phandelver. And you guys are entering down here to the south. Put a little pointer down here where you guys are entering in. And you are heading into town this direction. Sildar says, Barthen's Provisions is just past the inn. The first main building that you come to on the right. I'm going to mark this one with a. I'm going to mark this first one with a square. He says this first one is the Miners' Exchange. The next building that you see of some importance is the Lion Shield Coaster. That is where, if you wish to return those provisions, that's where you would need to do. The next building on the right will be the town's hall, the townmaster's hall, for the person, the mayor. And then there is the Stonehill Inn. That is where I need to make arrangements for my lodgings this evening. Barthen's Provisions is on the very far side. Actually, I think you guys... Let me look at this map again. I might be telling you guys wrong. I think...
Well, I'm gonna tell Sildar, hey Sildar, how about you lead us the way to where we need to drop off the supplies? We did safely deliver them as promised, according to our contract.
That you did. So you guys are actually coming in from the north. Yeah, Tribor Trail. Yep. I've got my maps upside down.
Okay.
So that makes total sense. He says, yes. Barthen's Provisions is the first building here that we are going to come across. Then we can stop at the inn, and I can secure my lodgings. While I do that, you can take the other provisions that you found in the cave to the Lion Shield coaster.
We're in a bit of a hurry, right? So do you have like just an empty wagon and some horses, and we can just leave this one with you to sort out, and then we'll go?
Well, it will not take long to drop the provisions off at Barthen's Provisions. You guys can then. I don't know if I can secure horses for you. Not for all of you. You might have to head out on foot from there, but I can pay you your money. I can pay you your 50 gold that I promised you when we get to the inn, and then you guys can set out from there. I can take care of the other stuff in town for you if you trust me to.
And then we're gonna get that reward when we get back?
Yes. Along with whatever reward Gundren will pay you, or whatever reward I can come up with for saving Gundren.
Well, Sildar, I'd like to remind you, you did offer us 50 gold to bring you here safely. Perhaps you could pay us that fee now.
Yes, once I get to the inn, I can pay you that. My holdings are in the Stonehill Inn. I do not carry that much gold on my person.
So, and then there's also the 10 gold each for the delivery.
Yes, you would get that from Barthen's when we drop them off at the provisions.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's hit Barthen's quickly on the way, and then to the inn, and then you guys want to go ourselves? We'll just go on foot? And Sildar can take the wagon and finish the last of the provisions? You guys good with that? So that means that we don't have the wagon to drive anymore? I was getting so good. We'll have to get another one.
Yes, unfortunately, I will need to unload the wagons at both places. I tell you what, let us go to the inn. I will get you your 50 gold.
Okay.
Then we can drive the wagon back to Barthen's. He can pay you your money, then you can head out of town. I will then see to the unloading of the wagon at the goblin. Your goblin flint is right. We are pressed for time. So we can unload the wagon. I can oversee the unloading of the wagon at Barthen's, and then take the rest of the supplies to the Lion Shield coaster and see their unloading and find out what they would pay for you. What do you think is a fair price for turning these in? What 50 gold sounds good if I could ask them for that.
I have no idea. That sounds good to me.
What do you think, Xander?
Well, these provisions that we have for blue serpents merchant, is that what it was?
Lion.
Blue lion merchant, yes. Thank you.
Lion. Yeah.
Thank you, Boop. How much would you say these provisions would go for?
If you could sell them, maybe 100 gold, maybe 200 gold, depending on the buyer. But you would have to find someone to buy all of this stuff, and it's a bunch of rope and supplies.
Rope? I like rope.
I think to get it unloaded off of your hands, 50 gold seems more than fair. Maybe they pay 100. I don't know. I could ask for 100 and then go down from there if you wish. But this is a settlement that is just starting up, and I do not want to take advantage of any of the businesses here, as they are strapped for cash as it is. You understand?
Of course, of course. I do agree, Sildar. Let's start at 100 and see how much you can get.
Excellent. All right, so he heads to the inn. He comes out with a sack full of gold, and he hands it to you. It's 50 gold pieces.
Ah, this is exciting.
Yes. And then he heads down. He rides the wagon back down to Barthen's Provisions, Um, and he goes in there, and you can tell that he knows the person that is running this place. As he gets off the wagon, he says, "Elmar, it is good to see you again, my friend. We have brought the provisions. Unfortunately, Gundren and I were ambushed along the way, and he is now captive somewhere with the goblins. This group of adventurers is going to find him. But I have the supplies that you needed. If you could pay these people, they have fulfilled their end of the contract." This older gentleman says, "Yes, give me one moment and I will bring back your gold. I appreciate you taking the time, the effort to bring these provisions to me, to this town, and having them arrive here in one piece." And he disappears into his shop. Yep, what were you going to say?
Oh, when he comes and says, "I appreciate you," I'm gonna jump off and go up to him as well. And Elmer, very nice to meet you too. I'm so happy.
He jumps back and he says, he looks at you and he says, what sort of person are you?"
Oh, I'm Shiva. It's nice to meet you.
"Shiva, I am Elmar Barthen, the proprietor of Barthen's Provisions. You can see he's like staring at your legs.
I'm gonna take his hand if he lets me and shake it and say, "It's very nice to meet you, and I'm so happy that we could bring you your provisions for you."
I thank you for bringing them in a timely manner and them arriving in one piece." He's like, the whole time he's staring at your legs.
I'm gonna show them off a little bit.
Oh my God. He kind of like, he's mesmerized by them and horrified at the same time. Your passive insight tells you that he's never seen a creature like you before. He doesn't know what you are, but you are just like this bundle of joy, just like hitting him with all of this joy and all of this, I guess, energy is the word. That he says, "Okay," and he like, you can tell he's like trying to pull his hand from your hand as you're shaking it up and down, and he says, "Yes, I need to go get your payment now."
Okay, yes, yeah.
Yeah, excellent. I shall return. One moment, Shiva. And he kind
Yes,
of like,
Shiva, let the man get our payment.
Oh, yes, right, yes, of course.
as he turns, he's just like, "What in the manner of all the gods? What was that creature? I've never seen. What were those legs? They were like hooved and furry. I don't understand." As he goes inside, he comes back out and he has 5 pouches for you guys. They each contain 10 gold, and he kind of throws them all to you. And he kind of intentionally stays a little farther away from you, Shiva, than the other people as he tosses you the gold. He looks at Sildar and he says, "Are these your captives?" Question, and as he points to Boop and to Bevrak.
We're his friends. He called us his friends.
Sildar says, "Yes, they are the ones that rescued me. I do not believe that they are as ill-tempered as their cousins or brothers and sisters are. They seem to be the good ones."
Yeah.
Is there a difference?
He says, Elmar says, "Well, good sir, I have never seen one of your kind up close. And honestly, it scares me to death to see something as big and as fearsome as you."
I know Boop is scary, but he won't hurt you, I promise.
Yeah, Boop's very nice.
Yeah, as you do that, he kind of like, he's like, "Oh my goodness," and he just is, and you can tell he's in disbelief of what he's seen from everyone here. And then Sildar says, "Well, enough of the small talk. I think you must set out for Cragmaw Castle if you're going to get there this evening. When you return, I will be at the Stonehill Inn. Hopefully, gathering information and resources to aid you if you need such things.
And very importantly, we're going to be very hungry.
Very hungry, yes.
Yes.
Especially Brevrak.
Yes, so we should have a big celebration when we get back.
Yes. Well, if you return with Gundren, there will be a very large party.
Oh, we will, for
Yes.
sure.
Excellent.
Right.
And as you guys start to head off, you hear, everybody make perception check. As Sildar and Elmar start to talk about things.
Nothing gets past these eyes.
So, Revrak, you, Xander, my goodness, Boop, you were rolling some big numbers tonight.
I'm watching
Boop,
everything.
Leandri, was that 11, your perception?
Ow.
Surely you've got pluses. You're a cleric.
I know, I rolled the wrong thing.
Okay.
I
You're
did
one
not-
of those 10 wisdom clerics, aren't you?
Oh,
Oh, you are one of those 10
Yeah.
wisdom clerics.
Okay, so what's happening is I'm trying to very sexily get back into the wagon and show my legs off to Leandri, and that's why we're both distracted.
I rolled persuasion and not perception. I don't even know what I'm doing right now.
Oh yeah, well roll
I
perception.
know. I'm not
Perception.
used to fantasy grounds. So.
That's fine. Okay, that's better. 16. Okay,
Yeah.
so everybody but Shiva, who is climbing back into the wagon for no reason because you're not even taking the wagon. You guys hear Elmer said, things are not good, Sildar. The Red Brands have taken over most of the city. Most of the merchants are living in fear. Fear that they will be accosted or raided by them at any moment. And Sildar looks at him and he says, it is okay, my friend. I will call for help and we will take care of these ruffians in due time. And that's kind of the conversation you hear as you guys are heading out and you're yelling back for Shiva to get out of the wagon and follow.
Oh crap! I'm coming.
Wait a minute, what's a red brand?
Do you yell that out?
Yeah.
Sildar turns to you and he says, none of your concern, little one. It's your focus should be Gundren and saving him.
Yeah, but I want to save him because I want gold. And if your merchants are being accosted, then I can't buy anything. So then the gold doesn't mean anything. So you understand my Lunberdum?
Yes, I think I understand what you're saying, but leave them to me. Those ruffians are just troublemakers at best. I will take care of them before you return.
When you say ruffians, you mean like bandits?
No, they're just a group of people that are causing mischief and mayhem around town. Easily
Do you need-
dispatched.
Do you need the boss to come talk to them?
No, I have this under control. Gundren should be your focus.
Just in this, we've lost a little bit of trust because since I met you, I've had to save you. I have to save your friend. And when I get back, I feel like I'm going to have to save somebody else. So,
I need Sildar to roll a persuasion check.
So Sildar looks at you and he says, I know your language is gold. Correct?
well, that's Xander's language, actually. I like being naked.
But, I mean, as an adventurer, gold is what you are seeking. Yes?
Food.
An adventure. That's what you guys seek. Adventure and gold.
Okay.
Adventure, yeah.
So if you have to come back and rescue somebody, then it's just more adventure.
Well, I'm okay with that. I'm just
Oh.
asking what kind of ruffians do I have to beat up when I get back?
Oh, they're mere troublemakers. Just no one of consequence, he says.
All right,
All right, we'll see you when we get back.
maybe.
Or we'll find you when we get back.
Hopefully. Leave breadcrumbs.
All right, so as you guys are leaving, also, I need everybody to make an intelligence history check,
Uh-oh.
if you so choose. As when Sildar is starting to unload,
I would
Unload
rather
the
assist
wagon.
Xander.
I think I've.
all these rolls.
It's over a 10.
Yeah, what is that about?
Shiva,
don't
was
know.
that your first over 10?
Yeah.
Was I too late, Xander?
Except for splashing water. I'm really good at that.
All
Ah,
right.
why not?
So you guys catch a glimpse of an insignia on Sildar's armor that he has on his shoulder. That, as he's starting to unload, you see, and you know that is the symbol for the Lord's Alliance. That is a group of that it kind of designates him as a member of the Lord's Alliance, and you know that the Lord's Alliance is an organization that has they basically offer protection to like the free cities and towns throughout the northern Sword Coast area. So they want to unite all the cities, kind of offer them protection, but keep things like ruffians or pirates or like criminal aspects out of these towns, so cities and towns can thrive and grow. So everybody but Xander knows that.
Oh, Sildar, we are not worthy.
So when he tells you, as you see that symbol on his arm, you're a little relieved that he says, when he says he's got it, you're pretty sure that he's got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right, and then
Okay.
it's off to the north. Maybe.
Is it the fancy side?
Well, I don't know. Boop, is it the fancy side when you can only head one way on a trail?
North is fancy.
Okay, well you're traveling the fancy part of the trail. As you
We came in from this fancy side, so we'll be leaving back to the fancy side.
is that how that works?
Logic.
Mm-hmm.
Goblin logic.
Brevrak agrees.
Now, we do remember that I'm part of the fancy side, so I better go in front of us. I'll lead the way, guys. Let's go. It's this way.
All right, you guys head out back to the Tribor Trail, and then you take a right turn.
I'm gonna look back at Boom and see which way he starts to go, and then head that way.
All right, make me an insight check to see if you correctly ascertain which way he's going before you decide to go when you get to the T in the road.
Oh no!
Oh yes, you almost without missing a beat. You're like, which way is he going? You're like kind of looking back, and you see Boop kind of like, boop, 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 and then he kind of turns to the right, and you turn to the right, almost as if someone wasn't really paying attention, they think that you know where you're going.
Okay, that's perfect. That's what I do.
All right. And then you head down the trail to the path, and then that leads into the woods. All right, so you guys get into the woods. I need someone to make me a survival check.
I think I'm too focused on Boom to figure out which way I have to go.
I will help Leandri.
Okay. So how do I do that?
So click your. So down at the bottom where your dice are,
Mhm.
there's some buttons down there. One of those buttons says ADD.
Huh?
So you click that. That will turn it to red, and then roll your. That gives you advantage on your next roll.
Okay. Why not?
It
There.
didn't work.
Yeah. So click until it turns red. Oh no,
Yeah.
it did. It did roll with advantage.
Oh.
It dropped to 2. Yeah, because it says advantage
Okay.
dropped 2.
Okay.
I only saw 1 dice roll. That's weird.
Yeah, me too.
All
Must
right.
be a change.
That's crazy. I don't like it. If it does not roll in 2 dice, I'm gonna. Nope, it still rolls 2 for me. Crazy. Could be lag. Anyways, so as you guys enter this area of the forest, you can spot the trail of goblins as the day starts to turn into evening. And
I'm going to look. Shiva's in the front, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure that I'm near her so that when it gets too dark for her to see, I can be there to guide her.
Aw. Shiva's happy you
I'm
came
her
up with
nighttime seeing eye dog.
yes, I like it. Interesting. All right. So as the night starts to fall, Leandri, you are following this trail with Boop helping you, pointing you the way, and eventually you come across the site of an old castle. And I will. Put you guys on this map. I promise I will. Make it. I gotta make it just a little bit bigger for me. Probably helps if I grab from the right. From the right thing. All right, so Boop, you and Leandri are leading. Who wants to be next? Brevrak?
I was gonna be in the far back.
At the far back? Okay, noted. Okay. Shiva, you want to be closer to the front or closer to the rear?
So I was in the front with Xander behind me.
Okay,
But
perfect.
like when I see the castle, though, I'm not going to be that brave anymore. I'm definitely going to back off.
So you back in behind Xander and right in front of Brevrak.
Okay.
All right. New map incoming. All right, and this is what you guys see. The castle consists of 7 crumbling towers of different sizes and heights, but the upper stories are all in varying states of collapse. A short flight of steps leads up to a terrace in the front of the main entryway. Past the wreckage of a pair of sundered doors lies a shadowed hall. Round towers loom over the entryway, with dark arrow slits looking down upon the terrace. So the terrace is... here, let me unlock the map real quick. The terrace is right here, where my arrow is. There's also a path that leads up to the side of the castle. From where, as you guys are not as close as you necessarily are on this map because it doesn't go as far away, but you guys are coming out of the tree line and seeing this castle that is kind of, you can tell this castle is older as trees and vegetation have grown all around it, and the castle is clearly in disarray. But you do see signs of recent movement in and around the castle. One of those is where that terrace is, up there, and you see an arrow slit in this first like round tower right there where you're at, and you can kind of see into. But you guys are in the tree line still and haven't actually broken the cover of the tree line, so you think you're safe. What would you like to do?
Ooh, I wish I had seen this before it was all destroyed.
What I just typed, I'm gonna say in Goblin.
Brevrak, I'm sorry, I don't speak Goblin. What was that?
Oh god.
Just telling Boop to watch out.
Yes, I think we should all be cautious. We don't know what to expect with this castle.
Should I
Let me go
watch
look in
out?
Let me go look in this window.
Should I
Or is
watch
that a
out too,
door?
Brevrak?
What was that, Shiva?
Should I watch out too?
Yeah, everyone should be. But since
Oh,
Boop's in the very front, I was saying to Boop.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so we've all learned that the goblins like to make traps, so we gotta be worried about that.
Oh no. Oh, we didn't bring shin pads for you, Boop. Or knee pads.
It's okay.
Are we gonna be okay?
Yep.
Okay.
I guess we'll go to this closest door.
How far up does the vegetation go to the castle? Like, is it right up against the castle, or is there like clearing around the castle?
So it's definitely grown up all around, all the way to the castle. There is a couple paths that kind of lead. There's a path that leads to the terrace, and there's another path that leads off to the side here. You can't really see it on this map because you guys are like real close, like right up on the castle. But if you wanted to move through the heavy vegetation, I don't know why I can't say vegetation tonight. If you want to move through that kind of stealthily, you have that option. You think you could do that? It's high enough that you can kind of hunker down and kind of take cover as you move closer.
Right. That's. I would like to do that. I would like to kind of stealthily go up and see if I can look it through any windows.
Okay.
Is it high enough for Brevrak?
Yeah, it's high enough for everybody. It's, this is years of vegetation growing up and around here. This area hasn't been tended, and you think, as you see the trail is just mashed down like vegetation, and the only reason the trail exists is because there's been so much traffic lately. So, Xander, make me a stealth check, and make it with advantage.
Ooh.
As you have a bunch of cover from all this vegetation.
Yeah, if you're sneaking forward, I'm gonna follow you.
Okay.
Okay.
If anybody's following Xander, I need a stealth check.
With advantage?
Yes, with advantage. Okay. Oh, nice.
Shiva, looks like you're by yourself.
Oh no, we left sheep in the woods.
Shiva, you were pondering why you guys didn't get shin guard, and as you look, everyone, what is your passive perception? Your passive perception is 10. Everyone disappears into the foliage, and you are the only one standing there in the tree line. You can't see anybody else.
Was I supposed to wait here? I didn't hear the strategy. I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
I'll hunker down behind a tree.
Okay.
Can I kind of look at everyone, and do I notice that Shiva is missing from our group?
You see Shiva standing back at the tree line, talking to herself, looking around, and she's trying to hide behind the tree, but she's on the wrong side of the tree. Like, she's on this side of the castle and the tree, not the side that you'd want to hide. And she's like pressed up against it. And her face is really close to the tree. So yes, you see that.
Okay, I'm gonna go back
Okay.
and grab Shiva and help her along.
Shiva, a hand comes out of the foliage and grabs you.
I'll startle a little bit, but I'll realize it's Xander's beautiful hand and take it and follow him.
Okay. Yes, I love it. All right. Okay, so where are you trying to sneak to?
A window.
Okay, so move yourself. Okay, so you don't see any windows. All you see are arrow slits. But you guys are all being stealthy. You guys, enough of you succeeded because you basically made a group stealth check. So you guys can move about and around as you see fit.
Is this the arrow slit that I can see through?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What do I see? Can I see in it? Am I tall enough?
Well, it's very hard to see into. Get out of there, Boop. What are you doing? Kick your butt. Okay. So as you, that's kind of what you see as you look in there. It looks like the southwest tower of this castle is little more than a heap of rubble. Several ragged bedrolls are scattered across the remaining floor space, and a small twisting passage leads east through the ruins. So it looks like there's just a bunch of rubble, like this is collapsed, but there's something in here that has bedrolls that seem familiar to you. They look like the same type of bedrolls that you saw in the cave that you guys just liberated for Roy.
Okay, I'm gonna let the group know that.
I waved to Leandre to come this way.
Okay. I will follow.
You're supposed to tell them to.
Oh, come this way. Sorry.
We're trying to be quiet, okay?
I'm gonna grab Shiva's hand again and
Okay.
bring her along.
I'm following.
Are we able to climb up this rubble?
This rubble here is actually no, you're not. I wonder why that is open. So you see this rubble, and it's just piles and piles and piles high. You think that this is like where it's collapsed in, and you can't. It's like stories high. As the whole wall has this tower has collapsed, so you can't actually get inside from here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, even though you did get inside there. Brevrak, are you looking through that arrow slit?
Yeah, Brevrak got lost.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, as you're looking through that, as you look through that arrow slit, this small room is littered with debris. This arrow slit opposite the door offers a fine field of fire towards the terrace in the front of the castle. As you look through there, make me a stealth check.
I am pretty short. It's pretty easy for me to hide, you know?
Short? Get out of here with your 8-footness.
Hey, I'm only 7'2" and a half.
Okay. You see inside 2 goblins that have short bows that look like they're supposed to be watching and standing guard here that are just kind of in the corner talking, and you hear them talking in goblin. One of them says, "It's your turn to watch." The other one says, "Nope, I just got done with the watch. Your turn." He says, "Nope, you lost the bet. You have to watch twice." And he says, "But I did watch twice." And the other one says, "Well, then it's 3 times because you lost twice." And he says, "But I only lost once." And that's what they're arguing about on who should be on watch.
Well, I thought we could climb over this, but it looks like we can't, so... Do you want to go all the way around and find another place that's broken to climb in, or do you want to use the door?
Well, Where's this door? Boop, where do you see a door?
And maybe check it for
Come around
traps.
a Boop's area.
All right, Boop. As you get to there, you look in. There's an arrow slit. You will need Xander's help to kind of like heave you up high enough to see it. If he chooses to do that.
Boost me.
As you wish, my friend.
All right. Make me a stealth check as you are lifted up.
Guys, where's Brevrak? Is he hiding like I was hiding?
All right. As you peek your eye through, this is what you see. The western portion of this hall ends in a wall of rubble, but the remainder is still intact. This must once have been the castle's banquet hall, with a soaring ceiling 25 feet high. 2 large wooden tables with plain benches stand in the middle of this room, and a brass brazier full of glowing coals is tucked into one corner. Dirty dishes, half-full stew pots, moldy heels of bread, and gnawed bones cover the table. You see 7 goblins moving about this room. At least 7 to a goblin. Whether that's 7, who knows? What is your intelligence, Boop?
8.
Yeah, so 7. You've counted 7. You don't know how accurate that is.
What do you
Xander,
see? What do you see, Boop?
I see 7 goblins.
Oh. Do they have any weapons on them?
They're mostly eating lunch.
Probably supper, because it's almost nighttime.
Or an early supper, maybe.
What do you think, my friend? Should we go in now, or should we wait till they're sleeping?
Oh, we could wait for sleep time. So let's just walk around the whole place, look in all the windows, and then, decide where we're going to launch our attack when they go to bed.
And find
Great.
Brevrak too.
Brevrak's missing? I say to Shiva.
What just happened?
I know, look at our cameras.
I know.
My computer crashed, so everything's fucked up.
I don't know how to get rid of you. Because you got 2. Boop, do you know how you did that the last time? When there was 2 cameras?
There was 2 tabs open.
Do you have 2 tabs open, Brevrak?
No.
Alright. Well.
Brevrak just wants to feel really special with the cameras.
Yeah, everybody's like all like half and half.
Or I'll disconnect and reload the page.
Okay. Let's see if that does it.
Oh no.
Nope.
I wonder if I'm gonna have to end the call.
Myth, can you kick him?
I'm looking, but I don't think I can.
Roll athletics to kick.
Let me see. What do I got? 12. With my -2, probably gets the job done. Maybe. I don't know. The problem is, I only see one Brevrak that I can. I see 2 cameras, but I don't see. More actions. Interesting. Yeah. There's just not a lot of things to do. Not a lot of options, you know what I mean? Well, let's do this. I'm gonna end the call real quick. Here, let me.
Do you want me to close Demi-Plane and then open it in a new tab and see if that fixes it?
Well, yeah. Why don't you? Why don't we? I'm just gonna end the thing, and then we'll reconnect. Okay.
Miss you guys.
It's gonna ask you your questions and stuff.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up.
Oh, that
All right. I think that fixed it. Oh, it did, because he's back. Oh, well, oh, that we're fixed. Perfect. All right. All right. Well, this is probably a good time to take a small break while we're here. If everybody wants to take a 5-minute break, let's take a 5-minute break. It is, what time is it? It is 7:41. Let's come back at 7:45-ish. Okay. Or 8:45, depending on East Coast or whatnot. So let's do that. And that'll give me a chance to reset the cameras again. No, you're fine. Not your fault. Sometimes computer glitches happen. All right. Stream will be back in 5. We'll see you then. All right, we are back. Technical difficulties averted. There is not 2 bugbears in the party any longer. All right, so 7 goblins. Boop. Brevrak, you also see a couple, but you notice that your party is nowhere around as you have gotten lost, which is something that is you're pretty familiar with.
Sorry, I lost the map.
Oh, I will reshare maps.
I think it's just because of the computer crash.
So if Breverick's not with us, he probably went the other way. So we can keep going this way, and we should eventually run into him.
Have you moved, Boop? It doesn't look like you've moved.
I didn't move. I'm talking.
I just didn't know what you meant this way. Which way?
So since we left the forest, which way did we go? And don't say fancy.
No, we didn't. Did we go the fancy side? I don't know.
Oh boy.
I'm just holding Xander's hymn. That's all I know.
Right. Okay.
Maybe we should go find our friend first.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay, let's try to find some bugbear tracks.
Like, he didn't go our way, so he's definitely the other way. There's not a lot of ways to go.
Which is not the fancy side.
Oh,
I don't know.
was that open?
Oh shoot! Where did you guys go, Xander? You
Uh-oh. I run back a little bit. I grab her hand.
I thought we were going the other way.
So you guys see Brevrak intently staring into this arrow slit. Kind of like ducking and looking and poking up and then looking down.
I reach up and touch him on the back of his thigh and tap him.
On the back of his thigh.
Roll me perception check, Brevrak, to see if you notice him coming up behind you or if you are startled.
Perception, you said?
Yes, perception. Please and thank you. Oh, you see the party coming around the corner, and then you see Boop reach out and poke you on the leg.
I'm gonna hold a finger up to my mouth to signify to be quiet.
I nod.
Excellent.
Do I only see Boop? Because the other three haven't come up the stairs yet.
From your vantage point and your 8-foot tallness, you can see down upon them, and you see them. They are down because this terrace is only 5 feet off the ground, so you can see them. They are standing down there at the bottom, on the ground level, 5 feet below you.
I'll wave them up.
And quietly, I'm gonna say, "Do you need help down there?"
No. It's just stairs, right?
Yep, just stairs.
Do you want us to come up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do we have to go
Oh,
around?
it's this way, yeah. Okay. I'll just hop up there.
Does everyone have an 8 intelligence in this party?
No, Brevrak. I'm pretty sure Brevrak's the smartest in the party.
I think I think you might not. Okay? So Boop's an 8, Brevrak's a 12. Oh, Leandri's a 13.
Okay.
Shiva's a 10. Xander's a 12.
Bevrak, I don't understand how other races survive.
I'm just gonna shake my head in disbelief to Boop.
What'd you find up here, Bevrak?
Oh, goblins.
Where are the goblins?
Through this hole, and he's gonna point to the arrow slit.
Yeah. As you guys come up here, you see into these these doors that are crumbling, As you look through there, I'm getting a small echo.
Mm-hmm.
Someone changed something? Nope. Well,
Yeah, I hear that too. And I hear my echo.
Hmm.
Is somebody coming through their speakers?
let's see if it does it now. Yep, it's still there. Revrak just muted. Jess, mute your thing. We're gonna get this figured out. Oh, it's
I'm not here.
it's Jessica. How is that possible?
Well, because we're having a technical problem, so everybody has to have one.
Okay. So who hasn't had one yet?
Me. Wow. I
Oh,
did
no,
it
you
before.
have-
I did it
yeah.
before.
You started it off.
Yeah.
It's so Xander.
No, Xander, I couldn't hear Xander at the beginning. So it's
Yeah.
you. You're the only one that hasn't had a technical issue yet.
Well, technically, that wasn't my issue. That was your issue.
Okay. So I don't know. Okay. Anyways, as you see through those doorways, Jess has muted herself, so we don't hear that echo. We appreciate that. This is what you see. Doors stand closed on the north and south as you guys position yourself to look into this room, like as you can see into this room. With a crumbling mound of rubble partially obscuring the southern hall, to the east, a broad corridor ends, and two more doors leading south and east. The corridor is cluttered with dusty rubble and fallen plaster from a partially collapsed of the ceiling that is overhead. So you see this arrow slit, which you guys clearly can't fit through because it's just a small, tiny slit in the side of the wall. And then the main doors to this castle have been sundered and broken, ripped off their hinges, and they are lying in a pile on the ground. And then you see an open causeway here.
Brevrak, you see any doors?
I'm standing on one.
Any doors we could open?
I mean, if you lift this one that's under me, it's open.
Any doors still on hinges?
Let me check.
Can we
I'm
just like walk over these?
Walk in.
Okay. As you walk in here, you see two doors to the north, two doors to the south, rubble covering one part of this corner, the southeastern corner, and then a door leading farther east.
Yes, I see doors.
Let's see. I want to go up to a door. Just kind of listen, see if I hear anything.
Sure, make me a perception check.
I whispered to Brevrak. We're just trying to scout around a little bit, but we want to make our ambush when they're sleeping.
I'll nod to Boop and just follow along.
Xander, you hear nothing as you press your ear to the door. You don't hear anything on the other side.
All right. Guys, I don't hear anything on this door.
Okay, so it's just the one that there has goblins in it?
I think there's stuff over here.
I'd like to listen on this door.
All right, make me a perception check. You hear nothing coming from the other side of this door either.
Very silent.
Do we want to go in and maybe hide out in there?
That might be an idea. What do y'all think? Hide out until nightfall? Then we can go into the castle while they're sleeping?
It looked like Braverick found just a couple behind probably this door.
Okay. We can do a couple at a time. Do we want to do our trick that we did last time? Round everybody up all at the same time?
No,
Oh.
I don't think so.
I don't think we'll get that lucky again.
Okay.
Well, my friends, I think if you think we can take him, I'm all for it.
All right.
Braverick, charge through the door and surprise them.
Quietly, though. Quietly.
Quietly surprise them.
Alright. The door to the left of Bravrak, I think.
Yep, that door.
I'm gonna.
As you open it, I need everybody to roll initiative. As these goblins clearly are surprised, and Brevrak will get to, as he's opened the door and ready to attack, he will get a surprise attack, which is good for him because
Bugbear!
yes.
Wait, I think I did. Wait, I clicked something by accident.
Oh, did you put that on your? What did you click? You put your surprise attack on. Okay, so we start with you, Brevrak. As you open the door, and these goblins are surprised as you hear them still arguing over who's on watch. And you are a bugbear, so they don't actually. They're surprised that you're opening the door, but they don't look like they're ready in their weapons. You probably can't see them. There you go. 2 targets in here. And it is your turn, Brevrak. What would you like to do?
Who's supposed to be on watch? I'm gonna say Goblin.
They both point to each other. And then they get into an argument. He lost bet. No, I take 2 watches in a row. But he lost 2 bets. And they start going through their whole spiel of losing bets and doing that.
I'm gonna raise my glaive. Which one of you is lying?
They both point each direction.
Alright, I'm gonna attack the one that lost the bet.
Okay. That would be Goblin 2 is the one that lost the bet. You hit the goblin so hard that you probably cleave him in half with all of your damage. Yes. You cleave the goblin in half. And the other goblin says, I'm on watch. He says, I take watch. I'm on watch now. You no worry. No one get in here.
Good.
Boop. We go to the top of the initiative order. It is your turn.
I'll slide past Braverick.
Okay.
All right, so you watching? What you watching?
I'm watching arrow slit for invaders. Invaders come. If they come here, I shoot them with the bow. And he holds up his bow, and he's got like a little toothy smile. He's missing like over half his teeth, and he says, I shoot them with this.
All right, and then what are all your rules? Who do you tell if you see someone?
I just shoot them. I tell no one. He was supposed to run and tell. The person on watch is the person watching and the person that shoots. The other person here, go get other help. I don't have.
Okay.
Oh, are you here to go get help?
I'll have to be the help guy now.
Okay, then
You have to
stay
give me
here and help.
directions. You give
Okay.
me directions.
Okay, so, what do you mean directions?
Like, if you have to shoot, I have to go get somebody. So you got to tell me what that job is.
Oh, you go out door to the not the fancy side, the door south, and then you go through the rubble into the dinner hall and get
Yeah.
all those goblins.
Okay. Yeah, I already saw those guys, so I know where those guys are.
Yeah, you need to go get them. Then they come and then they reinforce the door.
The front door?
Yeah, the front door. They come protect the front door in the hallway. We ambush them in the hallway when invaders come. While we and the guys on the other side shoot the invaders.
Okay. So is there guys up on the fancy side as well?
Yes, fancy side have 2 other
Mm.
goblins.
And they're looking through the windows.
They're supposed to
Okay.
be on guard.
Yeah. I might have to check on them too. But who's the boss here? I forget his name.
What do you mean, who's boss?
Who's in charge of the castle?
King Grawl?
Wow. That's a good name.
Yeah, he's probably friends of that one. He points to Brevrak.
Yeah, he's a bugbear, hey?
Of course he's Bugbear. He, powerful goblinoid.
King asked me to come check on Watchmen.
Well, I'm on watch. I'm on watch.
Brevrak, what do you think?
I think we should check the other side and then come back to this one.
All right, so it's the goblin's turn, and he he knocks an arrow and he goes right up to the arrow slit and he looks out. No one here. Nope, me no see no one. Me good at keeping watch. You can see there's no one out there. Leandri, what would you like to do? Make sure you unmute yourself.
I'm just
You hear now? Were you guys talking in Goblin?
I was.
I would follow suit.
Okay, so you heard a bunch of gibberish going on in the room.
I'm just gonna ask Boop what's going on.
Okay, in what language?
Well, in common.
Okay,
'Cause,
so go ahead.
like, what are we doing? Do we need?
Everything's good here. We got this watch.
Who's that?
Other bugbear.
They don't sound like Bugbear. Very angelic, their voice.
They're very small. They're being trained.
Yes. Me, look how good I look. Look how good I watch. Me watching really good. Oh, they see bug outside. See, I see that. I see that bug. So what do you want to do, Landry?
I'll just stay here for right now.
Okay. Shiva.
If nobody's attacking this guy, I'm just gonna wait beside Xander.
All right. Brevrak. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
Alright, I'll go check on the other ones. Stay here. And I'll walk out and then whisper to the group that there's 2 goblins above us. And then other goblins through the door south. That's it.
Okay. Well, you can probably move all the way up to the door as you move to there, talk to them, and then continue to move. If that's all
All right,
you're
I'll-
going to do.
I'll just
Yeah.
stand at the door.
Perfect. All right, Xander. That has happened. What would you like to do? Who knew that this module would have all the roleplay for the Bugbear and the Goblin?
Right?
I wanna go over to this door
Excellent.
and see if I hear anything. Do I hear anything?
Well, you do hear something. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as you step into that corridor and you trigger something as the ceiling starts to come loose and starts to collapse upon you.
Okay.
Glad I stopped following.
You're able to jump out of the way just in time as all of the rubble comes crashing down upon you. You are going to take half this damage. So you're going to take 5 points of damage. Yeah. As rubble just pummels you in the face. Boom, 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 boom. As this area is now covered. Completely covered in rubble, and both those doors are kind of blocked off as it looked like the ceiling was trapped. And you hear the goblin next to you, Boop, says, "Uh-oh! Somebody triggered a trap. Nobody got by me. Who was that?" And then, Brevrak, you see the latch on the door start to jiggle like it's opening as people are coming to investigate. What would you like to do?
I'll hold it closed.
Okay, so you reach out and grab the handle and just hold it closed.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. What would you like to do, Xander, as you have filled that hallway with stone brick now?
Nobody go over there.
You're like brushing dust off, and you're like, "Don't go over there. That's a bad idea."
Sandra, are you okay?
Oh, sure, I'm fine. Just a little embarrassed. I'm gonna go back here, and I'll end my turn.
Okay. You're like, "Ah."
I'm trying to pretend like I'm not as embarrassed and hurt as I am.
All right, deception roll. Roll me a deception roll. Let's see how well you are at acting. Oh, look at that! You're like, didn't hurt me. I ain't hurt. I'm not hurt.
You guys see that?
Get away from me.
Xander just had rubble fall all over him, and he is just perfect. Look at that. Nothing. Doesn't even bother him.
Shiva, you are, you kind of got like the little fluttery eyes as you're like, nothing seems to hurt this man. All right, Boop, we're back at the top. It's your turn.
So don't worry about that. We just have to make sure nothing's in the window. Make sure you're staring out the window, and then
Persuasion check. I'll give you advantage because you're a goblin and you're telling him to be on post, and his buddy just died. So let me give you advantage on that roll. He's like, I think we should go check out. A good person on the lookout always goes and checks out noises.
All right. So when he goes to open the door, I'm gonna have my rapier ready and stab him in the back.
What? Okay. So he goes to the door. He's like, someone on watch should always go check on noises. And then he goes to walk out the door, and you attack him.
You want me to just roll?
Yeah. I want you to miss, but I mean. Yes.
Oh my gosh!
In fact, you missed so badly that he thinks you're just drawing your weapon out to go follow him. And he goes out into the hall and he says, "Intruders! Intruders!" And he wildly picks a target. So it's going to be either Xander, Leandri, or Shiva. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from top to bottom. 1, 2. So Xander, he's going to knock an arrow and try to shoot you.
Oh no.
As his arrow goes, oh, look at that. It hits you. Look at that. More damage. Poor Xander's taking all the damage this campaign. Oh my goodness. An arrow sticks you heavily in the leg, right where the bricks hit you, and it opens the wound up even more as you take 7 points of damage. And I need you to make another deception check to see if that didn't help, if that didn't phase you. As you're trying to play off this, I'm cool, collected, and yeah, it's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I just kind of like,
Yes. Let me. All right. Brevrak, I need you to make a strength check as the goblins are trying to open the door on the other side. Oh my goodness. That's not very good. Let me see what my strength check is. Unnatural 20! As the door flies open, there's 2 goblins in there, and goblin number 2 is like, or goblin 3, I guess, is right there at the door. He's like, in surprise, he says, "Who are you?
King told me check on you.
We heard noise. Oh my gosh! There's an invader behind you. Look out!" And he tries to shoot Xander with his short bow through you. So we're gonna take a little -2 to this attack because of cover. Xander, he hits you. An arrow hits you in your other leg. Uh-oh. Poor Xander. And Xander goes unconscious.
Oh my goodness.
As both legs each have an arrow stuck in them. And then Goblin 3...
Can't see that.
Goblin 3 tries to go past you, Brevrak. Do you let him?
Sure.
Okay. Goblin 3 comes out, and then Goblin 2 comes out. Are you going to let him go past you too?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, and they say, oh, this one says, invaders. How'd they get by us? You're supposed to be on watch. And then Leandri, this goblin shoots you and misses, of course. Of course
That's what we needed.
Leandri, it is your turn. What would you like to do? Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to Xander
Okay.
and do spare the dying. Right. Can I do that?
You can
Yep.
do it at range because you're a glaive.
Yeah,
Glaive
you don't have to be next to her because, yeah, you're a
Okay.
Brave Cleric.
Okay. Well, I'm
And
gonna
it is only a bonus action for you as well.
Yeah.
Now remember, if you heal, since they're at 0, you get maximum health.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if you want to heal them, they would get, if you cast Cure, if you went up to them and touched them with Cure, they would get 8 plus your Wisdom modifier. If you cast them with Healing Word, it'd be 4 plus your Wisdom modifier.
Okay, well I'll do cure wounds then.
Okay, so you move up, touch Xander. Xander, you are healed for 11.
Nice.
As you are brought back to life.
My lady.
All right, I healed her too. I need to set a macro for you for max healing, Jess.
Yeah.
I don't think you have one of those. So, but you heal her, and then you have a bonus action if you have a bonus action to use.
Yep.
I don't think I do.
Okay. So, Shiva, it is your turn.
I am gonna slap a frostbite into that goblin that just shot Xander.
All right.
There was 2.
Now, you do have a goblin next to you.
Yeah, that was Goblin 1. That's who I'm slapping.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but your frostbite has not worked your whole career.
It has. It worked one time. I killed one person,
Okay.
but it was because I was blind. Now it's gonna slap him to the next room. Why? Okay, I have it on a different one, right? There we go. It's gonna work this time.
All right.
Nope.
He
Yes.
fails. He fails his Constitution saving throw.
Don't you touch him! Oh gosh.
He goes, "That's a little chilly." All right, Brevrak. Mayhem is breaking out in front of you.
Alright, I'm gonna bring my glaive down on Goblin 3.
Oh. Okay. You easily skewer Goblin 3 with your glaive,
Oh my goodness.
doing a heavy wound to him, but not killing him outright.
Then I'm gonna say in Goblin, oh, ooh, you got in the way. I was trying to hit the elf.
Okay, make me a deception roll. He says, "Me no think you were hitting them." Ouchie. Xander, it is your turn.
I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration
Okay.
to... Can Boop hear me? I'm sure Boop's within range of hearing me, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, alright, I'm gonna give it to Boop.
Boop, you hear Xander echo down the hall and say, "You are inspired, young goblin friend."
And then I am going to...
Stand up.
Yes, I am going to stand up. That's a good idea. And then I will use my rapier on Goblin 3.
Okay, Goblin 3. He has a big skewer mark in him from where the glaive took a hunk of skin out. As you try to pokey him in the chest. You miss. As your rapier attack goes wide, you feel a little off balance as you have 2 arrows stuck in your legs. Feel like you didn't get quite your footing. Boop, it is your turn. What would you like to do, good goblin sir?
I gotta see what's going on. Oh. I'm gonna get to this side. I'm gonna hit him with my rapier. Why are you laughing?
Don't hit me! Don't hit me!
Shiva, you see another goblin
Oh
pour
my
out of
God.
that. Oh my goodness. Oh! The goblin
was
looks at you and he says,
terrified.
"You're not supposed to be attacking me. You're supposed to be attacking her. She's invader.
But she's so scary looking.
Wait a minute. You're supposed to be going to get other friends.
Did I go the wrong way?
Yes, this is not the way you go. You go the non-fancy way. You're going fancy side. Don't go fancy side."
Sorry.
All right, Goblin 1 goes. He is going to attack Shiva with his. He's going to drop his short bow, draw his scimitar, and try to poke you, and miss. Goblin 2 is going to attack. Goblin 2 is a tactician of sorts, and he knows that when you're on the battlefield, you always attack the healers first. So he's going to attack Leandri with his scimitar, and he is going to miss. Goblin 3 is not buying Brevrak's attack him, so he is going to drop his short bow, draw his scimitar, and try to poke you back and do damage to you. And he misses wildly as his attack clangs off the wall and misses. And he goes, "Not fair! You hurt me! That hurt bad!"
You need a shorter weapon.
Yeah, apparently he does. Leandri.
I'm going to Sacred Flame
Okay.
Goblin 2.
All right, so drop your d20 on, or your saving thing on him. Yep, perfect. And he succeeds as he gets out of the way of your sacred flame that was manifesting in his area. He moves out of it. Shiva.
So I'm still going after Goblin 1.
Yep.
And
Currently, there are 2 goblins around you.
2? Oh.
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah, but the other goblin didn't shoot Xander, so I'm still gonna go after Goblin 1.
Yes. Oh, yes. He shot Xander. You should be very upset by this.
I'm very upset. Can I do the grab his shirt and try to slap him so he stops moving?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, but I want to do the frost bolt, so no damage with the slap. I want to do
Yes,
the damage with
sure.
the frostbite.
Okay. Yep. So you grab his shirt and you say no, and as you slap him, you're trying to give him the frostbite.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it. Look. He fails his saving throw.
Oh, see, I just got to get physical.
That's right. Oh, maximum damage.
There we go.
As you touch him and slap him in the face, ice starts to form on his face, like spidering out from your fingers. Icicles form into his eye, and you see one of his eyes actually freeze and then shatter as his eyeball freezes. And your finger goes into the eye socket, and it freezes into his brain. And really soon, his hell head turns like blue ice cold as he falls to the ground dead.
I'm gonna drop him real quick and start wiping off my hand. Oh no! Oh,
You have a little bit of goblin brain underneath your fingernail, and it's going to be hell to get it undone. Would you like to move, or are you done?
no, I'm done. I'm getting the goop off me.
Brevrak, it is your turn.
Let me show you what a short weapon can do, and I'm gonna stick him with my glaive again.
Okay. You miss. It seems like the close quarters here are not very effective for attacking with glaives, especially with your long limbs.
Alright, I'll action surge.
Oh my god. Brevrak gets angry and attacks again. And misses again. You bring your glaive up and it clang, clang, clang off the ceiling. You're like, gosh darn it, I'm going to have to pay to get that sharpened. Xander, you see Brevrak wildly attacking nothing.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to use Vicious Mockery on Goblin 3.
Okay. You viciously mock Goblin 3. What do you say to Goblin 3?
Oh, I am going to say.
I'll put you on the
I'm
spot.
still a little woozy.
Yeah, it's a little. I'm a little woozy.
Sir, I have not seen such weak attacks since my last attack. I'm viciously mocking myself at the same time.
Sure. Okay, roll your saving throw. For vicious mock. He's like, oh my god, your attack was so bad. How am I that bad? And it psychically jolts his brain as he screams out in pain. As you do 2 points of damage to him. And he will have disadvantage on his next attack. All right, excellent. Boop.
I'm gonna charge right in with my rapier and hit goblin number 2.
All right. You tried to poke at this goblin.
Oh, I'm gonna use
I
inspiration.
was gonna say you've got Bardic Inspiration. Roll that D6. With your Bardic Inspiration from Xander, you actually take that miss and change it into a hit as you poke him through his belly, right towards his heart, doing 4 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
I think these dice are stacked.
yes.
There's too many ones going on here.
Yeah. That was a mod I loaded, so you guys just roll one. Well,
Working.
make combat last a long time. All right, Goblin 2 is going to attack with disadvantage, and he's not worried about your attacks, Xander, because he's seen how terrible you are. But this other goblin just poked him, and he's not very happy about that, so he's going to attack Boop with disadvantage, and he is going to miss with an 8. Goblin 3 is going to continue to attack Brevrak. And he is going to miss.
Your
Leandra.
weapons are just too long.
Yeah, apparently.
I'm gonna pull the dead on Goblin 2.
All right, a bell tolls as he screams out in pain and puts his hand. He drops his weapon, puts his hands on his head as the sound reverberates through his head. You watch necrotic energy wash over him as he ages before your eyes, as it seems like this bell is sapping the life out of this goblin. Really? Really?
Well,
This very hardy goblin seems to take the attack very well and doesn't seem to be felled by this blow as he stands alive still. Shiva.
I'm going to just stay where I am and do, I guess, a frostbolt on goblin number 2.
All right.
You guys need help over here. I'm here for you.
He is strong enough to withstand your spell and takes no damage from it.
Oh, the goblin brain must have gotten in the way of that one. I'm gonna clean up my nails.
Brevrak, it is your turn.
Still angry. I'm just gonna keep wildly swinging his glaive.
Yeah. Oh my god. That was so a 20. That was so a 20. But it became a 2 instead. Your glaive attack misses. You're finding it hard to attack your own kind. Like there's like this inner struggle going on right now. You're like, did I really pick the right side with this adventuring party, or should I be with these goblins? You know, this is a pretty nice fort.
Goblins recently.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Xander, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to stab Goblin 3 again with my rapier.
All right. You solidly poke Goblin number 3 with your rapier.
I don't know how to do damage with my rapier.
Okay. So on your character sheet, next to your d20, there it'll say damage, like 1d4 or I mean, sorry, 1d8 plus 2.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just click that, and then that drag and drop on the token. Perfect. You poke the goblin right through the throat, and it's and then as you pull the thing out, blood just comes pouring out of his throat as he falls to his knees and then onto the ground, unconscious and dead. Huzzah! You've killed one. Boop! It is your turn.
All right. I slash at his knees. Nope.
The problem is you're slashing with a rapier. You're supposed to be piercing at his knees.
Oops.
Goblin 2 says, "I'll get you, traitorous scum!" And he attacks you. And his attack is even worse than yours, as it clangs off the wall, kind of gets, like he goes to attack you and it like bounces off Brevrak's glaive and then off the wall, and it's just a mess over in that corner. It's just a complete mess. Leandri.
I'm gonna try Sacred Flame again.
All right, you cast Sacred Flame on this goblin. He tries to dodge out of the way and does get out of the way. Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. Hang on. Maybe? Yeah, that is right. 13 is the save. Okay. Shiva, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm just finding this very entertaining. So,
I feel like you're in the corner, like twirling and like throwing things behind your back and over your head, and like if you had a ribbon, you'd be swirling it around.
yeah, this is just so much fun watching them all hit the walls and the ceiling. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it. Prestidigitation.
Yes, prestidigitation. Yes, very well done. In fact, I am going to give you inspiration for saying that correctly.
Oh, thank you. So, what I would like to do is make it so it sounds like the goblin farts, and
Okay.
it really stinks because it says that you can do like a smell and odor.
Yeah, okay. What do you want it to smell like?
Rotten eggs.
Okay. Perfect. So you do that, and the goblin goes, "Excuse me." Brevrak, it smells like home in front of you. And it is your turn.
It's obviously way too close for this glaive, so I'm gonna drop my glaive, take out my pike, and try to pike him.
Okay.
Is it any smaller?
No, it's the same size.
He's got to try something different. This glaive isn't working. That is a hit as you stick you
it
skewer him
works.
right through his spinal cord with this pike. Doing substantial amounts of damage. In fact, enough that as you stick it through his spine, it makes a sickening as it snaps his spine and back, and he just kind of like twitches on the end of this pike as you throw him to the ground and pull the pike out. We are out of initiative for now.
Oh, you guys. Thanks for bringing me along.
So there's twice as many downstairs. You guys let us know when you're ready to start fighting, okay?
I'll do my best not to set off any more traps.
Yeah, maybe Boop, because you can recognize them, right, Boop?
Recognize who?
The traps. So maybe you should walk ahead of us and show us where to go.
Xander found the first trap in the leaves.
Oh, that's true. And he found the second trap with the boulders.
Yeah.
Good job, Xander.
Brevrak, as you look around the room, you just see a small room that's littered with debris. There's an arrow slit, and the opposite side of the door offers a field of fire to cover the terrace of the front castle. And that's what you see in that room.
Okay.
There's a bunch of crudely made arrows in here with black feathers on them.
I don't do ranged. I'm just gonna walk back out.
My friends, I'm thinking the next time we come across a goblin, maybe we can keep at least one alive and see where they're holding Gundren.
Why do you guys always wait till it's too late to bring that up?
That's a good question, Boop.
So we know the south door is going to lead to the kitchen. Well, the dining place.
Are we ready to go and fight twice as many?
Did we want to wait till dark again? Were we still gonna go with that plan?
Hey, guys. They always have people here on watch, right? 2 people at a time. So at one point, they're going to send 2 more people over here to watch again, right? So we would just have like 4 at a time if we just waited here?
That's true.
If we just wait in one of the rooms, it'll only be 2 at a time.
We'd have to clean up the mess that we made out here. Well, that you made out here, Brevrak. See mine? Mine's all frozen in a ball, whereas yours is like in the ceiling. Do you see all the way up there and in the floor? I think I even got a spot on me over here.
Yeah, it's not that high up. Pretty easily reachable.
Brevrek, check the other door. I know Xander already listened to them, and they're probably very, very quiet.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Am I opening it or just listening?
Well, Xander already listened, so I'm sure he would have heard something.
Alright, I'll swing the door open.
As you swing the door open, old casks of salted meat and sacks of rotten grain fill the storage area. Among the supplies, you see a bloody suit of chainmail, a heavy crossbow, and an unsheathed longsword with the emblem of Neverwinter worked into its hilt.
That's probably important, guys. There's some stuff up here.
What do you
Doesn't
see,
look like
Barbara?
anyone. Blood. A crossbow. Someone can probably pick it up and use it. A longsword if someone wants it. It seems to be unclaimed.
It sounds like it's probably the armor and the weapons of... Oh gosh, what's the dwarf's name that we're coming here for? Gumdrop?
Gundren.
Gundren.
Gumdrop.
Gumdrop.
Yeah, definitely gumdrop.
We should bring it with us, and then when we find Gumdrop, we can give it to him and he could put it on.
Okay, who wants to carry it?
It's bloody. I mean... Ew.
Shiva, do you want to wear it?
Oh. 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 No.
Why don't we each take a little bit and share the burden?
Okay. I'll take a crossbow.
Both?
A bolt. That's not sharing burden.
Oh, not enough? Okay.
Xander's already carrying 2 in his legs.
Oh, that's true. Oh my gosh.
So who would like the heavy crossbow?
I guess it's heavy. I guess I have to carry it.
Leandra, she broke her bow last time, I think.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, you can use it. I'm sure he'll be fine with you using it until we give it to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just don't break the string again.
Okay, and then there's chainmail.
I'll take the chainmail.
Xander. Okay, and then there's a longsword.
I'll carry the longsword and a crossbow bolt. I got it.
You just put that crossbow right in my leg. I'll carry it for you.
Oh, I never do that.
Guys, I think I see more doors.
Oh,
In here?
get out of my way.
Okay, items have been distributed. Okay, as you come into this room, you also see casks, what appear to be brandy. It's labeled brandy.
In Goblin or Common?
In common.
Guys.
Actually, it's written in a common language, but the lettering looks very dwarven runish. Like this is what you would expect a dwarf to write. This is what like dwarven common looks like.
Should we taste it?
That is up to you.
Ladies first.
Well, we haven't had supper.
It's true. Oh my gosh, how's the salted meat? Is it not gone bad?
Breverick, tell us how good the meat is.
Alright, I'll take a handful and shove it in my mouth.
It's terrible. It's like it's rotted for sure.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Tastes like home. Is anybody drinking the brandy?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a sip.
Okay. Anybody else?
No, I'm eating the meat.
Okay, Leandri. Shiva,
Yeah.
you're taking the sip. Xander.
No.
Okay, Boop.
Xander, don't make her drink by herself.
I'll drink a drink of my water skin.
I'll join you. Sure.
Okay. So you each take a drink of the brandy. It's very very warm. Fills you up inside. You feel like that's just what you need on a cold night, or if you had a small cold or kind of under the weather, it'd be perfect for you.
Oh, that is delicious. We should have brought the wagon. We could have brought this home with us. Let's bring it home with us after we save Gumdrop and get a wagon.
All right. Bevrock, you going through the door?
Alright, which one?
Xander's side.
Oh, by all means.
I'll swing
there a
this
door
door
over here?
open now.
All right. As you swing this door open, 4 plain straw pallets and bedrolls are lined up on the floor of this barracks. Brackets on the walls hold a number of weapons, spears, swords. Don't move into the room. Stay right there at the door because there's an encounter here. Weapons, spears, swords, morning stars, and much more. The northern wall shows sign of damage, but the floor is swept clean of rubble. Inside, you see 4 creatures that all look like this. And we are going to roll initiative.
Ooh.
Actually,
Oh,
let
dear.
me
Very.
clear initiative because I didn't clear initiative last time. And then everybody roll initiative. Oh my goodness.
Shiva's always lollygagging.
Were they expecting
Oh my
us?
gosh. How did they know?
They were not expecting you. So as you throw the door open, if you would like to take a Brevrak, since you're the one opening the door, If you would like to take a surprise round, you can.
I will.
Okay. Dun 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 dun. All right. So we will start with you, Brevrak, as you see these creatures that you know are hobgoblins. They are dressed for a fight, as they are wearing chainmail, and they all have a shield.
I'm assuming they see Shiva behind me.
Yes, they do.
Alright, I'm just going to attack.
Okay.
Or at least try to.
From where you're at, you can attack any one of them in the room that you would like to, because it's your turn and you have long limbs, and I'm assuming you either have the glaive or the pike in your hand.
They're both reach, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with the pike because that's what I had.
Okay. Your pike attack misses. They all go. Hobgoblin 1 says, "Who the hell do you think you are, bugbear?" And he moves right here. And he attacks you with his longsword. And he hits you. Doing very minimal damage as his attack hits, but he can't get enough leverage because you're standing in the doorway, and so the blade just kind of cuts you just a little bit. He then moves to here as Hobgoblin 2 moves in to attack you.
Yep.
And Hobgoblin 2 is going to attack you with his longsword, and he's going to miss wildly. And then he's going to move to here. As Hobgoblin 3 is going to move to here. And he is going to attack you. He is going to hit you as he kind of uses it like a piercing weapon to stab you in your gut. He is going to move back to here, laugh at your ass because you have a reach weapon. And then this other one is going to move up here, and he's going to attack you. As they have now formed a line here. That attack is going to also hit as he does 3 points of damage to you. Xander, you would get an attack of opportunity on Hobgoblin 3 because you're around the corner and you are actually threatening that area and he's leaving your threatened space. Would you like to take an attack of opportunity on that Hobgoblin? Okay, so Hobgoblin 3, he's the one that's in the back now. This would have been a little rewind in time when he was stepping back. So it will be with cover, so you need to check -2 down by your dice on the bottom line of those 3 buttons. Next to disadvantage, there's a -2.
Well, I was going to use Dissonant Whispers. He only has to hear it.
You can't cast a spell as a reaction. So it's just a melee attack.
Okay. Okay. I will then use my rapier.
Yep, and then -2. And then try to pokey him.
You said number 3?
Yep, number 3.
Okay.
That actually misses. Okay, but now it is your turn, Xander.
Okay.
So what would you like to do?
I'm going to just kind of like peek right through. Can I do that? Just kind of like peek?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah, because you're basically looking around the corner. Mm-hmm.
And a Hobgoblin 4 right there. I'm going to use Dissonant Whispers on him.
Okay. You whisper sweet nothings in this Hobgoblin's ear, and he is horrified by what you say. His mind freaks out. He actually takes, oh my goodness, 13 points of damage as you melt his brain, as blood starts to pour out of his eyes and out of his ears, and he tries to mouth something at you, and when he does that, he just coughs up blood and then falls to the ground dead.
Okay, and I'm just gonna
You think that he was going to try to run away, but he did not even get the opportunity to, as you just melted his brain right down. Are you done?
Oh, I'm also gonna give Brevrak Bardic Inspiration.
All right. Brevrak, you are inspired by the bard who just melted this hobgoblin's brain in front of you.
And now I will end my turn.
Excellent. Brevrak, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm going to second wind.
Oh, okay. Perfect. You gain back 9 hit points,
Nice.
healing yourself as you just reach into your bugbearness and force those wounds to heal.
Then I'll take my pike to Hobgoblin 2.
Okay. That is a miss. Unless you want to use Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, I'll use the Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. Don't roll a 1.
Oh no.
Just roll a d6. Yep.
I did, but it didn't.
Oh.
Try it again.
What was it? Was it a 1?
I've rolled it twice now, and they both come up as 6. But
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
all right, there we go.
Yep. Okay, perfect. So you actually hit with your pike. You hit Hobgoblin 2. So with your pike, you skewer him in the belly, which does 5 points of damage.
I can re-roll that with
because it's a 1
great
or a
weapon.
2. Yes.
Yep.
Would you like to do so?
I'm going to.
All right. So let me clear his damage, and I'll let you
Yep.
re-roll the damage. Yep. Okay. Damage is clear. Oh my God.
Great.
Because of
Nice.
that, you have critically wounded this goblin as he falls to one knee. As it looked like your attack wasn't going to be very effective, but at the last moment, you kind of skewered him up into his belly and took a big chunk out of his gut. Good job, Brevrak. Would you like to move?
Yes. I'm going to move here. Which I know.
That will provoke from 2.
I'll just say.
Okay, you're going to say there, boop.
What a bunch of sissies protecting your knees. I get angry.
Okay, you get angry. The goblin has went mad.
Where is it? There it is. And I'll take my rapier to number 2.
All right. A natural 20! A natural 20. I like it. That is a critical hit. And you, as you stab your rapier into that creature, you actually end its life as it falls dead. And you, covered in blood and gore, you scream with your little tiny rapier in your hand and your loincloth of protection.
Do your worst.
Yes, that's right. You want to move any further or do anything else?
No, I'm
That's
good.
your bonus, your action. Your movement's done. Shiva, it is your turn.
Am I able to just stick my hand through Brevrak's legs and cast a spell?
What spell are you casting?
I would like to cast Ray of Sickness,
Okay,
and I think it's Goblin 3 Goblin 3 in the corner there that I see.
perfect. Excellent. Yes, you are more than able to do that. Roll me a deception roll, though, first. I want to see a deception. Excellent. All right, you cast your Ray of Sickness, or Ray of whatever-ness at this creature. Make your roll.
Oh, I don't know why there was a second one there.
Is it a saving throw? It's a saving throw, isn't it? Why was there 2?
Yeah.
Ray of Sickness is a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Um,
So maybe that's just for the poison, because it's a poison, maybe?
let's me look. 1 second.
I think I do have to hit, because it says...
On hit, the target takes 2d8 poison damage and must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it is also poisoned.
Okay. So it didn't hit?
It did not hit. It actually missed.
And the second one was probably the Constitution saving throw in case it did hit.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know why it rolled them together. It shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. That's fine.
But it does have them both together. Oh, it probably rolls it in case it does hit. And
Yeah.
Because if it does, okay, so it does miss. Okay, that makes sense. Good
Okay.
to know. All right, but this ray of sickness doesn't look like it comes from you. You cast it in a way that it comes from Brevrak's crotch. So like his armor like flaps in the wind, and then this ray just like shoots out of his crotch and like right at this hobgoblin who gets out of the way.
Yes.
Shenanigans, Shiva. Shenanigans. Landry. What would you like to do?
I'm going to move where I can see people.
Okay, yep. So you move up there and you kind of peek around the corner.
Yeah, and I guess I'll toll the dead at number 3.
All right. You ring a bell that is very comforting to you, but for him is very, very, very uncomfortable. He has taken no damage, so it's a D8 of necrotic. You see, as this necrotic energy washes over him, it seems to age him. His hair kind of turns more starkling white. He gets a nice, like, rogue streak of hair, of white hair through his head. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Hobgoblin 1 goes. And he's going to move here, and he's going to attack Brevrak with his longsword. And he's going to miss. Dun-dun. Dun-dun. All right, perfect. And then Hobgoblin 3 is going to go, and he's going to attack Boop. And he's going to hit Boop. And since you are within 5 feet of his ally Boop, he's going to activate his martial advantage. So he's going to attack you, or he's going to do damage to you, and then he's going to do an additional 2d6 damage to you. So he's going to hit you for 13, but you're only going to take 6 of that because you are that mad at this guy. That mad. And they are done. Xander, it is your turn.
Ooh, okay. Number 3. I'm gonna move and peek in again.
Okay.
Oh, that's number 1. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use vicious mockery on number 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, "Oh, I hope you're better than your friends."
It seems to hurt his feelings a lot as a tear forms in his left eye as his brain takes a zap of psychic damage. Will you do 2 points of damage to him, and he will have disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay.
Good job, Xander. Brevrak.
I'm just gonna use the pike on Hobgoblin 1.
Okay. That is a solid hit with the pike as you skewer him right into his belly. And you like turn the pike and yank it out, and it hooks a big clump of his innards as when you pull it out, just on the floor, just all his entrails just on the floor, and it's very disgusting. Why would you do such a thing?
My
For
boobs.
Shiva's entertainment.
Why am I so close to you, Brevrak? Always.
Always so close to the gore. Although he is providing a nice shield for you from the gore and grime that's hitting you. But
Yeah.
you
It's
think
between my legs.
there's large intestine, small intestine, and stomach like slowly making its way towards you on the floor.
Oh no, no.
Do you want to move, Brevrak?
I'll move into the.
Okay, perfect. So you move in and then down. Boop! You are still angry. This thing just hit you, and it hurt.
Unacceptable. I'm gonna attack him from this side.
All right. You're not going to attack from the fancy side?
Nope.
Okay.
He would expect that.
Oh, he would. He actually expects you moving as well, and you miss as he gets out of the way.
That's it.
Shiva.
Well, my plan is ruined, Brevrak. I wanted to use your crotch again. Well, I guess I'll just have to frostbolt you in the knees. We know that's your weak spot. Frostbite.
All right.
So I'm just gonna wiggle my fingers at him. It's not as fun, but
Your fingers wiggle. I can't even say wiggle. You wiggle your fingers. And he is successful at getting out of the way of your frostbite.
you see, you should have stayed right where you were.
Leandri.
I'm gonna move in here.
Okay.
And
Now, if you move into there, that will provoke.
okay, well, I couldn't see the dude, so
Yeah.
I'll move right there.
Okay.
So I can at least see him.
Okay.
And I'll toll the dead on.
All right. You ring another bell, and he shakes off the effects of your spell.
Trance.
Hobgoblin 3 goes, and he's going to attack Boop. Hitting Boop. No, missing Boop.
Yes.
His attack goes wide. Xander, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna squeeze in there, see what's going on.
Again,
And-
if you move to there, it will provoke as you leave that entryway.
Oh, because I was right here?
Yep, because you have to go to that square to get into the room.
Well, fine. I'll
Okay.
go right there.
All right.
Fancy.
Yeah.
You hear
Might as well-
Boop. You hear Boop say, "Fancy." I feel like when you move to there, Boop says, "Fancy," and Shiva says, "Oh, handsome," or something like that.
I'm going to vicious mockery this hobgoblin,
All right.
and I'm gonna say, hmm. Wow. Terrible at this.
Well, you're an aspiring bard, so it takes a little bit.
I am an aspiring bard. I'm only level 2, I'm
Yeah.
still working on my japes. You'd probably do better on your knees, because standing up seems like you're failing. I don't know.
Okay.
Trying.
He's like, I don't understand. Ow! So it's like he doesn't get the joke, but it still does.
It still hurts.
It still hurts. Oh my goodness, that's maximum damage. You do 4 points of heavy or psychic damage, which is a heavy blow to him, and he has disadvantage on his next attack.
My goodness.
Revrak, you see this hobgoblin like shudder in pain as it looks like he just drank a slushy really fast.
I'm gonna look around and see that this is the last hobgoblin alive.
Yes.
So I'll take out my manticles and I'm just gonna try to grapple him to put the manticles on.
Okay. Make me a strength check or a strength athletics check. Oh, that's pretty good. 15.
It's almost a 17.
Yeah. And I am going to make a acrobatics or a athletics check, which they are the exact same for me. All right, so I easily escape your attack with your manacles as I wiggle away from your grapple attempt, and I laugh at you and say, "Bugbear, you cannot stop me. I shall kill you next." Boop.
Your mocks are worse than our bards.
Oh, that hurts, Xander.
Continue to aim for the knees.
I think I just took
nothing.
psychic damage.
No, I'm sorry, Xander. I didn't mean to hurt you. Your mocks are amazing.
I'm distracted by all the chatter.
Yes, there's way too much like shenanigans going on the side. Shiva, it is your turn.
Oh,
do, however, have a person in front of you this time.
Oh, this is amazing. All right, I'm gonna control her body and wiggle her hands and her arms and flail them all about.
Okay.
And she's gonna cast the frost.
Okay,
frost
sure.
And then in her voice, I'm gonna say, "I am a witch, and I shall freeze you." Move your mouth. Move your mouth.
It's like totally off sync. Like, Leander, he's like, what is happening right now? But it seems to work. As the hobgoblin is distracted, not sure where the attack is coming from. Your frostbite hits him, boom, right in the chest, doing 3 points of damage to him, heavily wounding him as it blasts the air out of his chest. Landry.
I told you.
I'm gonna do Sacred Flame on him.
Okay. Fire and ice, I see. Oh, he nat 20s that. You can't attack him twice in a row, he says. You are a cheater attacking twice in a row. He's going to go, and he is going to actually attack Brevrak, who's trying to... Actually, you know what he's going to do? He's going to sheath his longsword. And he is going to try to wrestle you, Brevrak, and put the manacles on you.
Oh.
So strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics to beat this.
Sander is very interested.
Oh my
Nice.
goodness. Look at that. That's both 15s. That's a pretty legit roll. So you guys notice that the hobgoblin has put his weapon away, and Brevrak and him are kind of in the, like the, you know, like when wrestlers like put their arms on each other and they're like in that grapple. They're like struggling really hard to try to get control of the manacles, to try to put the manacles on one another.
Oh my gosh.
Xander, it's your turn.
Sander's mesmerized. Ooh, go. Go, Brevrak. I'm going to attempt my vicious mockery on Hobgoblin 3 again.
Okay.
Don't see why not.
If there was any time to cast grease, it would be now.
Oh
I-
my gosh. Why do I not have that?
A bugbear and a hobgoblin all greased up wrestling, that'd be hilarious.
Guys, I need to have a sleep. I'm really tired.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, vicious mockery.
Okay, vicious mockery. I'm going to say the only thing you've ever defeated are high expectations.
Oh,
Oh!
wow.
I don't know. I like the last one better.
Yes, high expectations over. He takes the damage, and with that, you melt his brain as he dies, as he was at 1 hit point.
Oh man.
Finally winning the fight over the manticles. He's gonna go.
Oh.
I thought we wanted to keep one alive and ask questions.
Oh.
Exactly.
Why else would I have the manacles out?
Whose idea was
Sander's realizing
alive?
I didn't hit him. I didn't hit him.
I was looking for the grease.
My apologies, Brevrak. I was distracted.
Am I the only smart one here?
I think we all take turns. We all take turns with the smart brain.
I'm not lost in this moment, okay? I knew what I was doing.
You guys are all so impressive. It was so amazing to watch you all work. Oh, no, I don't want to go in there. There's a pile of goop right in the way. I'm going to wait out here.
Hey Shiva, you should come in and look at this.
Can you bring it out and show me you put a pile of goop?
It's too big for me to carry.
Oh, no, I'm not coming in over that. But if you... I can look through the door.
No, I think you need to come in the room.
No.
In the room, you guys notice mounted on the walls are 5 spears, 4 long swords, 3 morning stars, 2 great swords, a fine quarterstaff, quarterstaff is actually engraved with stylized feathers and is very surprisingly light.
Guys,
Anyone?
okay, we need to grab all the stuff, pile it in a like a big pile and hide it, and come back with the wagon for the brandy and the stuff.
Or we find a new goblin to be the boss in place of Brevrak until we get back.
Oh my gosh, yes! But look at that spear. That spear's pretty fancy.
Take it.
Well, not for me, but Brevrak, would you like that?
I thought it was a quarterstaff.
Oh, well, I don't know these things. Okay, I have a dagger.
Do you see how it has no points on either end?
Yeah.
That's not a spear.
Oh,
Xander, you know through your travels as a bard that this quarterstaff that's engraved like this could probably sell for about 10 gold pieces.
I'll ask the party. Is there anything in here any of you would like to take for yourselves?
No.
no. But
Okay.
I think we should, like I said, come back and grab it all and sell it.
Uh-huh.
And the brandy. We want to grab the brandy too.
Sure, of course. If we can find a wagon and something to pull the wagon, that would be a great idea.
This could be our castle. It could be just like a little fixer-upper, you know?
Yeah, that's
Oh, little fixer-upper.
Uh-huh.
fixer upper. And lots of cleaner upper.
Excuse me.
Okay. Well, we know that there are more goblins.
Uh-huh.
Did we want to go with the original plan of resting and waiting until most of them are asleep?
Do we need to rest up for these magical users?
I'm okay. I can still cast 2 spells. But I don't know about you guys.
Well, we don't know what's ahead.
Yeah.
So who wants to rest right now?
I wouldn't mind a short rest.
Okay. So if you're taking a short rest, if there's some people that don't need to take one, maybe we can clean out those goblin bodies, and then when they send the next patrol, you guys will be short rested, and we'll have that area clean so that they won't see it until they get into the rooms.
That's a good idea. That way, if any patrols come by, they won't be alerted right away.
Yeah. We'll bring everything into this room, because this room is really gory. Close this door.
Okay, sounds good.
So you bring the 4 goblin bodies and the 4 hobgoblin bodies that are kind of in this room. You kind of just pile them up in here.
Sure.
Okay.
Brevrak's gonna rest in one of the beds.
Xander's gonna rest as well.
Is Xander going to do anything else while you're resting?
Yes, I'm going to play everyone a song.
Oh, what's
Uh,
that do?
A little song of rest.
A song of rest? What does that do?
Yes. Just to
Healing.
ease everyone into faster healing.
All right. So if anyone is going to roll a hit dice to heal, they get an extra D6
Holy crow.
to heal with. Yes. Everybody loves the bard.
We love the bard. Everybody loves them.
So Shiva, you and Leandri are grabbing the bodies while these other 3 are resting.
Okay. And then, like, any kind of dirt or, like, debris, like, we can cover the blood marks with instead of cleaning it.
Brevrak, I took your thing off.
I rolled the wrong die, my apologies.
Yep, that's fine. And Xander, if you would like to rest.
Yes.
Okay. Roll your D6. Look at that, fully healed because of your song.
Nice.
Does your
You see-
song work on you?
I do. Well, that's a good question.
Because I know you can't bardic inspire you. I should know
It
this.
says if you or any friendly
Yep, okay.
creatures can hear. Yeah. So,
Perfect.
do I get a spell slot back on a short rest as a bard?
I don't think so.
Okay.
All right. So your hour goes by of you binding wounds and singing your songs and cleaning up bodies and cleaning up everything. The only thing that you don't clean is the rubble mess that's in front of that door. But other than that, it seems quiet. No patrols come by. You guys are in this room here, where you guys are currently at. In this room here. You shut the door behind you. You're in here with the bodies. Okay. You really can't see outside. Well, I guess you do have one little arrow slit that you can kind of see out of. But you know, other than that, you don't see out. But you don't hear anything as you guys are resting and kind of trying to maintain a little bit of quiet, even though the satyr is always very excited and very loud. A lot of times, a little too loud sometimes, but it doesn't seem to cause any commotion, and what you've done hasn't seemed to cause any commotion, as it seems pretty quiet, strangely enough.
Are we waiting for it to get later, or do we keep looking around?
How dark would it be after our short rest?
Night has fallen, but you think that it's about because it's springtime, and you think that it's probably about if you were going off a clock like our clock, it'd be about 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m. But Boop will tell you that goblins are usually nocturnal.
Oh, so waiting for night probably isn't the best.
Boop, why didn't you tell us that before?
You didn't ask.
Goblin logic.
So do we not want to wait then?
So really, we're only here for the gumdrop guy,
Yeah.
as Shiva likes to call him. I don't know if he'll be in one of these watchtowers, but if we just keep going around the outside, we're just going to be cleaning up all the sentries. And I didn't see him in the dining room, so I don't know if there's a downstairs.
What about an upstairs?
Did you see upstairs?
There might be an upstairs. We can.
Most of the upstairs that you guys saw as you approached seemed collapsed or not reachable. So you don't think if there's an upstairs, there might be like one of the towers might have a room up there, but there's not like a whole second floor anywhere.
Well, Boop, as a goblin, if you had a captive, where would you keep them? In a dungeon level?
In the castle. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So we're at the right place then. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Phew.
All right. Off we go.
Follow you.
Revrek, do you want to keep being leader?
I can if you don't want to be leader.
How dare you?
All right, as you open this door, what you see is this. This chamber occupies the northern tower of the castle. A stone altar stands in the middle of the room, covered with bloodstained black cloth. Golden ritual implements, a chalice, a knife, and a censer are all carefully arranged on the top of the altar. 2 archways to the south are covered with heavy curtains. You see one goblin standing in front of the altar, with 2 other goblins kneeling in front of him, seeming to almost be like praying of some sort. And when you open Boop, are you opening the door?
Yep.
The goblin looks at you and he says, "You know not to interrupt us when we are in prayer. Why are you opening this door? I shall
gotta tell
have
you
your
something.
head."
Oh,
Tell me something.
yeah.
Well, then tell me something and leave.
Okay.
Well, what is it? Get on with it.
So somebody took some of the bee drink.
The bee drink? What are you talking about?
I think it's called brandy.
The liquor in that room?
Yeah.
I told you you can't drink more than 1 glass. It makes you sick.
No, but the guys in the fancy tower, they think they're fancy, so they took the whole cask.
Are they stupid?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have time to deal. We are praying. Go back to the dining hall and tell them that they need relief. And get 2 more goblins to stand watch on the fancy side.
Okay. But they're still there. They're just drinking the cask.
Yes, and I said if you drink more than 1 drink, it makes you sick.
Oh,
They will be
Right.
sick soon.
okay. I think they want to feed it to the prisoner,
To the prisoner,
the gumdrop guy.
they can't get to the prisoner. The prisoner's
don't know
on the
that.
other side of the castle.
Oh, the fancy side?
Well, on the fancy side of the other side.
All right. Okay, I'm not going to tell them.
I'm not going to tell what.
I'm not going to tell them where he is because that's where they're trying to bring the cask to.
Oh, yes, don't tell them where he's at.
They think it'll be funny if he gets drunk.
What
Hey, you
he's
guys
at-
should be praying. I'm going to go.
Okay. And then you just walk out and shut the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, Braverick, that's how you do it.
Do you want me to open the door now and say the same thing?
Xander, I
Yeah.
thought a bit more about where I would keep a captive if I had one in a castle.
Go on.
Probably on the other side, but definitely still on the fancy side.
Okay, lead on, my friend.
So, maybe there's stairs on the other side. We can just go on the side, because they're only protecting the front. But also, that guy, the prayer guy, he said that we could tell 2 other guys to go into the watchtower.
So, like, are we leaving people alive here?
So we,
Do we want to do this where they are left alive, or do we want to clear it out and take it ourselves?
I don't know. That guy was doing prayer stuff.
Let's try to find Gundren first.
Okay.
Is that who we're looking for?
Yes.
Yeah, they said just find the gumdrop belly button guy, and then they didn't say anything about mass murdering the entire place.
Okay. So we'll try to go to the other side.
Did you want to mass murder the entire place?
I mean, it doesn't matter to me.
It seems like it matters to you, Shiva.
Well, because we were talking about taking this place over for ourselves. I mean, if we kill the leader, and Brevrak becomes the leader, they become ours. All of
Yeah.
the goblins here. Oh,
Hey,
I
Brevrak,
love your society.
when you get to the arrow slits on the north side,
Mhm.
look inside and tell those guys it's break time.
Okay. I'm gonna go to this arrow slit, and I'm gonna look inside. I'm gonna
Oh
say
my
it's
God.
break time.
Brevrak, that's where we were, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You look inside, and it looks like everyone is listening to you as everyone in that room is napping.
Hey, wake up!
Brevrak,
guys.
this way.
Make sure everybody climbs underneath the arrow slit here. We don't need the prayer guys to see us.
Okay.
Is it this arrow slit I'm supposed to yell into?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh, am I stuck?
All
Oh,
right. So as you guys come around to this side, this is what you see. This tower has almost completely collapsed. Although the ground floor still has a little open space, rotting crates and ancient barrels show that provisions were once stored here. A heavy curtain blocks a crumbling area to the south, and intact door leads east. To the north, a short passage through the rubble ends before a screen of canvas. So you guys see what looks like, as you come around here, it looks like a canvas that's been painted like rocks is here to try to hide this area from like outside, because this is completely open to the outside. But you guys, as you come around here, you easily discern that. It's one of those things that, like, if you were far away, it would just look like rubble. But since you're really close, you're like, oh, that's not even real. And you can
Guys,
walk into this room.
there's too much rubble here. We need to find another way in.
okay.
I think we can get in here. It's not real rubber. Rubble?
Oh,
Oh, there's an arrow slit.
All right. If you're peeking in the arrow slit, make me a stealth check.
Is this me?
looks like. Whoops.
All right. This chamber has been set up as a crude living space with thick furs thrown on the floor to serve as carpets. Old trophies hanging on the walls, a large bed to the north, a brazier of coals burning brightly. A round table with several chairs stands to the south near the door. Near the table, on the floor, is an unconscious dwarf who looks very badly beaten. You notice in this room you see a bugbear who, as you look in, notices you. And he says, "Who goes there?"
Revrek the Lost.
"Who do you serve, Brevrak?
Revrek.
Who is your tribe, Brevrak?"
Kragma.
Kragma.
"You have recruits? Who sent you?"
What was
Clarg.
Yes, good.
"Why would Clarg send you from the cave?"
He said there was too many at the cave.
"All right. Well, come through the front door. You can't enter through the rear here."
Like I said, I got lost.
"Not very smart, are you?"
Was that to me?
"Yes." "I think you answered my statement with a question, but was
Where's the
also a
front?
statement." He says, as you look in there as he's talking, you notice two other things in the room. You notice that he has a wolf with him, and you also see a female humanoid creature that has inky black skin and white hair and bright red eyes. And he says, "Listen to your king, boy. Enter through the front. Head to the south. Into the dining hall. That way, we can get you established here."
Okay. Then I'm just gonna walk away.
Okay?
Guys, can we get in through the back where that sheet was? So we don't have to go through the dining hall?
Let's try.
What was in there, Brevrak?
Oh, a bugbear, a wolf, and some other person. Oh, and Gugurdigurgur was on the ground.
Gumdrop.
Wait, should I go first? Oop.
Is he gonna be mad?
Nah.
Which door is it?
All right, Boop. As you open that door, you hear sounds to the south. You see a door straight ahead of you, but as this corridor opens up to the south, you hear sounds. Creep in just a little bit further. As you creep in a little bit further, you see that there is a curtain that is pulled across this the doorway here, like a door used to be here, but there's no longer a door here. So they've hung a curtain here. But you definitely hear sounds from the other side. Make me an intelligence check. You're not for
Minus
sure.
one.
You are not for sure what kind of gruttling sounds are coming from that other side. You're just not for sure. They're familiar to you, and you think you know what kind of creatures they are, but it's on the tip of your tongue. You just can't figure it out.
Okay. I think if we go in there, then the people in the dining room are probably going to hear us fighting and come rescue them and help them. So, because there's like a curtain that leads in that direction. So either we take the rubble and we pile it up in front of the curtain so they can't come through, or we go all the way around to where we were before and call them up two at a time to go to the...
Now, you also see... Do you see this curtain over here in this round room that you're at? There's a curtain that leads south out of here as well.
Oh.
Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Like right there.
Yeah.
If you want to peek into that room.
Look through the curtain.
And it's just you look through the curtain, and it's just like a cavity space with a bunch more rubble. And there is as you go in a little bit further, you'll see there is a door to your left and to your right.
Okay, that's far enough.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, I think we should play it safe and maybe just do a little bit at a time. I think if we go into that room that you were just looking at and it signals to the whole building, we're going to get the whole building running into us.
Mm-hmm.
Revrak is boss.
True? I don't know. That's my thought.
Do you guys want to build up a barricade in front of these curtains and then fight the big guy? Or go deal with the little guys first?
I mean, I think we're going to have to deal with everybody at one point anyway.
I pick up a rock and I pass it to Leandri. Leandri, that's the decision rock. It's your turn.
I mean, it might be easier to get rid of the goblins first.
All right, decision's made.
Okay,
Back the
thank
other
you.
way.
You're the smart one.
Boop, when you go into this room, when you were in this room, you see there is another curtain here. Go back into the room where the doors are. So, no, the other way. South, yep. Straight ahead, there's a curtain.
Oh, yeah, I see that now.
Yeah.
It's probably the dining hall.
I'm curious. I got a peek.
All right. It opens into a hallway. There's a door to the south, and then it turns to the right, where there's a small hallway that's opening up.
Oh, look, they're all coming. Okay, so if that's the front door, then the dining hall's to the west of us now, which is this door. So if we block this door alone, then they can't come. But we don't know what's behind this door over here.
Like you say, they can't come, but I think they'll find a way if there's like some kind of alarm or if they hear us.
I mean, I don't feel like we need to necessarily kill everyone if we don't need to kill them.
Just if we get the boss, then they'll all think that Brevrak is the boss. Is that what happens?
Brevrak, I have an idea.
Okay.
I can't tell you though. I don't have the decision rock.
Oh,
I will pass the decision rock back to Boop.
Okay, I have an idea now.
Okay.
So you know those casks that the guy said that they were only allowed to have one drink or they wouldn't feel good?
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to bring a cask into the dining room and tell them everybody's doing a good job. They get to have 2 drinks today.
oh my gosh.
Okay. I'll say the king said so.
All right, Leandra, you can have your decision rock back.
Thank you.
Is he going by himself?
Should we hide behind him? I don't want just would. Oh well, actually, if this is the door, we'll hear, right? If anything
Yeah.
happens. Okay. Let's listen. I'm listening to the door.
Sandra, are you okay?
Yep.
How are your knees doing?
Uh, well, once we were able to rest, I will get these arrows out of my leg.
We did rest. You sang a song. It was nice.
Oh, I did sing a song.
You got the arrows out.
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, that's.
Why do you have fake arrows tied to your leg? That's funny.
That's
It's a good trick.
Brevrak, you have a cask of brandy.
Okay. I'm gonna walk it down.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared.
I'm gonna open this door.
All right. Okay. As you enter this room, you see all these goblins. This one. You see all these goblins in there? And they're like sitting there eating and drinking, and as you come around the corner and enter the room, they all stop and look at you.
In Goblin, I'm gonna say, King said everyone can have 2 drinks. Since no one came in the front.
Well, where'd you come from?
The tree.
The tree.
Yep.
What do you mean the tree?
The king had me out in the trees to look for more food, just in case.
We don't believe you. Roll deception.
Oh, I hope the mod doesn't work. Oh no!
No. They say, one of them jumps up. This one here says, I don't know you, and I'm Yeg, and I'm in charge here of all goblins. Who are you?
Brevrak.
I don't know you,
I'm-
Brevrak. Where are you from?
The Cragmaw Caves.
My brother Yemik is in charge of those caves.
Yes. He sent me over here to help out the king a little bit more. And then the king told me to go out into the trees to look for food.
Why
And
does
then he
King
told
want
me-
to give us drinks?
Because you did so well.
King never that gracious.
Maybe it's a change of heart with the new bugbear.
All right, make me a persuasion roll with advantage. Oh my god. Nat 20.
Nice, that's
He
it.
says, leave cask on table. We'll drink.
I'll walk over and put it on the closer table.
Sure. The goblins all like get in a pile and they get around there and they start filling their glasses up and they all start drinking the brandy.
And then I'll walk through this door here.
Okay. You leave that door open.
No, I'm gonna close it.
Okay.
And then walk up this way.
All right. You guys, the curtain flies open and you guys are startled as Brevrock walks through.
Hello.
Brevrak, we thought you were on the other side of this door.
No,
I didn't hear a thing.
We were gonna run in and save you.
you wouldn't have.
I wonder what's
Oh.
in there.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out after. How did
Maybe.
it go? Tell us what happened.
Oh yeah, there was a dragon.
Did he drink the brandy?
They started to. They were already drinking before I got there though.
Oh, nice. Good idea.
That's so awesome.
All right, so I think we're ready for the big boss guy.
Hey, was there a boss guy in there?
Yeah, there was a goblin leader.
What was his name?
Egg.
All right. I'm gonna go tell the boss that Yeg's drinking all the brandy.
Wait, maybe Breverick should do it because he's already seen Breverick.
No, but this is just a goblin complaining that all the goblins get to have a drink and he doesn't.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Should we move somewhere in case they come through this way?
Yeah, that's true. Where should we hide?
Come into this room.
Breverick's gonna stand right here.
I'm gonna hide out here.
Me too.
There's a curtain here, right? Like the tarp is out here?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm hiding.
Yeah, if you guys are outside there, then you can pull the curtain to close and then no one would be able to see you.
Okay.
Hello.
The door is locked.
I knock.
You hear on the other side, what is it?
Yeg's not being fair. All the goblins in the dining room are getting drunk, and I'm not allowed to have any. They're only supposed to have one, but they're having at least two and probably more. All the brandy's gonna be gone, and I don't get to have any.
He says, what do you mean they're getting drunk? They know not to drink that sour brandy. It makes them sick if you drink too much.
Well, they've got a whole cask there, and they're all lined up and drinking it silly. I didn't even get one.
You hear him say something to someone in there. He says, I guess I'll have to go take care of this myself. I shall be right back. And he flings the door open. And that's where we're going to end for tonight. Yes, that is where we are going to end. So, yes. You guys did awesome. Good job. We will, next week, it'll be either Friday or Saturday we'll be playing. And we'll continue on. Thursday at 8 a.m., our stream goes live on YouTube. So if anybody would rather watch it on YouTube or listen to it on YouTube, they can do that. I upload that on Thursdays at 8 o'clock in the morning, Central Standard Time. And until the next time, we will see you guys later. Bye.